frame
speaking.
by
And I'm gonna
frame
stop before
by
you stop.
frame
And you
breakdown.
are
No,
wrong.
let's
I don't
You
know
have
what's
some
going
more
spent
on.
information.
every
I
video
promise this ain't
provided
going
by
on the way you
yourself
want it to
and
go on.
Uda
So
to
this is
go frame
ridiculous
by
because it
frame
just
by
seems
frame.
like for
Her
some
commentary is
reason
very
this is.
dismissive,
Yes, I know. Of
stating that
course, yes,
you
it
are
is.
just
I
showing
know. I
little
don't know what's
clips.
going on, but
You
we're gonna
have
just
not
keep doing
taken
this. I
6
don't know why
hours,
we're gonna keep
Gracie,
doing this,
to
but I
show
don't know
little
why she
clips.
think that she could just
You have
interrupt me, and I'm
located
just gonna
various
allow
videos
her to do
from
that.
around the internet,
And just ridiculous
Beyonce's
for some
internet,
reason. Like
What
to
is
Javon,
give
what
you
is
an
can
what is
stop at
objective
happening?
any time,
stance.
and when
And
you
you have
ask me
gone
to stop,
frame
I'll
by
stop.
frame breaking.
Right?
Politics.
But
Her
she,
commentary is
the
very
idea that this is
dismissive
going on,
and
nobody can hear what
unbecoming
she's
to
saying.
you.
I'm gonna make sure
Oh
that.
my God.
And there we go.
Yo, that's
Y'all
politics
good
right
now?
there, yo.
Yes.
That's
And she
politics right
also
there.
used
They ain't for her
profanity,
hold on.
shit.
and
No,
she
There
also
she
hold
go
used
on.
again.
profanity
For
against
some
me.
reason, she
Hold
I
wanted
don't
on.
need to use
to.
profanity.
Hold
I'm
Let's get
on.
causing
it.
some ponder.
Calm
This
down.
shit's
Hold on,
funny.
Ponder. All right, so we're gonna try it again. We're gonna go Emperor, Kulu, Mr. Worker. We'll see if it works. We'll try again.
All right. So this one is a little tiny bit interactive because I was looking up some information. So there was a question earlier. So does the ICE agents have like jurisdiction over civilians? And I said yes initially because they're federal officers, but of course to a certain extent because they have a job to do, right? And here we got right here. We did some searching, and yes, ICE agents have jurisdiction, legal authority to tell civilians they are under arrest if those civilians are actively impeding lawful immigration enforcement actions. And this applies even if civilians are U.S. citizens. So they can snatch you up if you get in their face. And that's that. All right. Now, that's just
not
the
what
first
you read.
part.
That's not what you read, baby.
Look, it's right here. All
You
right. So
said
ICE officers. Okay.
if they're involved in
Fine.
immigration. So say it again for us. If I'm not involving you, if I'm not interrupting your immigration,
How
fine.
she just
Look,
hear
fine.
things?
We'll go into it then. So legal key legal bias right here. Under 8 U.S.C. whatever that thing is, 1357 A5. Authorized immigration officers may make warrantless arrest for any offense against the United States committed in their presence, including misdemeanors. So they can be cops. All right. While performing immigration duties, if there's a risk, okay, the person may escape.
Wait, remember when you made
before a warrant can be obtained.
You wasn't finished reading. That's why black men can't read. Y'all don't know commas don't mean.
I said including misdemeanors. That has parentheses, so I had to pause and give heedance.
But then you made
so
it like
if you commit a misdemeanor in front of them, they can wrap you up. Yes.
No. Read that.
Like marijuana. If you're smoking a blunt,
did y'all just hear her say that black men can't read?
Black men can't read. Yes, that's what I said.
All right. So any misdemeanors in front of them, man.
But it would have to be a federal misdemeanor. I don't think the federal government has traffic misdemeanors on the book.
Any felony, okay, cognizable under the U.S. laws, if they have reasonable grounds to believe the person committed or is committing it again or tied to immigrant duties. So this is just one of the other bottom lines. Hold on.
Tied to who? To immigrant.
So if you're stopping them, this is what they're saying. If you're stopping them from doing their job, and if you're doing any felonies or any misdemeanors in their vicinity, they can get you for that. Like moving that vehicle forward, that's a felony. They can get you for that.
No, that's not true. And that's not even what you read.
No, Jerry, he's right on that. But
dealing with immigration,
impeding or obstructing federal officers performing official duties is a federal crime under 18 U.S.C. whatever that thing is, 111. All right, there's this little weird thing. All right. Which prohibits forcefully assaulting, resisting, opposing, impeding, intimidating, or inferring with federal officers, including ICE agents, engaged in official duties. So if they're there working, you shouldn't be fucking with them at all. Not even talking shit. That's what it says right here.
In America,
that's what it says in the law.
No, I hear what you said. Is that an AI answer, baby?
No, I'm reading the actual law.
Okay. Show me. Put the link back there. So someone who know how to read can read.
Can we move on, please?
That's
Maybe
fair.
Go ahead.
So this is what let me read a couple of the super chats. Put the
anyways, last thing I'm gonna say.
Hold on.
Let
me read it. Let me read a couple of super
They're
chats.
both wrong in this situation.
Perfect.
Choices were made.
All right.
Oh,
So
I like
also
that answer.
we have Strike Patrol with the $5. Some slaves fought against their masters and some fought for them. I can always tell when an apologetic liberal is in the room. Y'all different.
Dun, dun, dun.
At Dallas 2221 with the $2. Sharon. Yes. I didn't know you knew Cat Williams.
Y'all don't want these problems.
Sharon, whenever it's okay with you, if I may respond to Emperor, whenever that's okay.
Okay, so perfect. So this is what I'm gonna do. Kulu, Mr. Work, and Pondera, you can respond to Cat Williams. I mean the Emperor.
Okay, so Sharon, I was uneducated on the subject yesterday, but watching the videos, talking with y'all, I think what the officer did is justified. And from his perspective, he thought that she was going to run into him, so he did what he did. Morally, do I think he should have shot her? No, I believe that he should have moved out the way. Like most human beings would have moved out the way before shot the person, right? So I, agree with you on that part. But what I'm kind of confused is that the fact that, we're so beholden to the federal government, like fuck the federal government. If the people, like for example, right, if the American people feel like the federal government is a tyrant, it doesn't represent our best interest, we have the right to stand up. We have the right via the Constitution to perform different things. So it's like, and it's hard for me to agree with like MAGA and the right on this because I'm a Democrat, right? So, but it's hard to agree because if this was Biden's administration, if this is Biden's DOJ and ICE, I don't think these same American Rifle, MAGA, America First guys would be over here defending it. If it was Biden's administration or Obama's administration, like they would be like probably doing the same shit, calling it out, like talking about you shouldn't have used a weapon and whatnot. They wouldn't be defending it. They're only defending it because it fits their political side, in my opinion.
All right. Hey, Cooler, you got some background noise. Sound like you at a party. Shout out to Mr. Work. Mr. Work, you are next. And yeah, and then
wait, can I just say this? Because you see how dangerous. So I know we having these conversations, right? This man just said that he had one frame of thought. He listened to idiots on this panel, and now he has changed his mind. But then he said, yeah, we shouldn't be listening to the federal government. I thought MAGA, especially you conservatives, I thought y'all was clearly against big government, especially, which is federal government. But only when it becomes beneficial, right? As long as they harm a person or persons on the other side, then y'all okay with it.
Nah,
and,
definitely not.
So that's what I want to say. You idiots, a man read that we don't have the freedom of speech and we can't even protest. And if we do, we could get shot. That's what the emperor said. And then people's like, oh yeah, he's right.
This is us protesting right now. This is a form of protest. We're having this conversation. A lot of people are scared
too, and she got killed.
Wait, no, that's different. She could have came up here on this panel with us. Yeah, she could have.
What is a lot of people?
She was doing the real protest, the one that make differences. We up here.
She made a difference for her life. Sure.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on, wait, but our ancestors did that. Our grandparents, they got dogs and fire hoses. We learned our lesson. That's why we ain't out there no more.
Oh yeah, because you're a scary ass.
No, hell no. What it is? No, what it is there's a whole no.
Seems like they make every argument around attacking a black man eventually.
Look, what I'm trying to say, and this is the most important thing out of all of this.
But that's what we're talking to black men.
The thing is, okay, fine, I'll speak to black men. Okay, us as black men, right? If you have any kind of caramel in your skin, they gonna look at you like you black. All right, so let's just go ahead and absorb that for a second. Now, if you got any kind of caramel in your skin, as a man, there's two things you need to do. First, you need to find a cause, and you need to find a purpose behind that cause. If you don't have a reason to be doing that, don't do it. And find something to do. Wait, hold on.
And they're not
Find your
affecting
thing.
shit.
I agree with you.
I still
Find your
go
thing,
to
bro.
any neighborhood they want
life,
and do
your
whatever
You
they
don't have
want.
to be
Y'all
the
not,
best at
y'all not
everything,
changing
bro.
that.
You just got to be good at one. And then you take that
And
thing,
I will argue
and then you
those
get with
protests
other
back in
people
the day
that are
wasn't
good at
changing
other
nothing
stuff so
either.
you can mix it.
That's
Mix and
why
match,
you
bro.
able to speak because of those protests back then.
That's not true. I don't
Lazy
I
ass
don't
niggas
agree with that.
today
I think we
who-
was able
who-
to speak because
who
they
will
changed
talk
the
negatively
laws.
about
But
people
you guys
who
always
gave
try to
you
like guilt trip
the
black men
walkway
into
to
these
walk
type
to
of
where you are.
situations. No,
And this is the problem.
you can tell that
This
to
is the
somebody else.
problem right here. This is the black
The problem
man.
is I'm
not,
spitting
not
some
the
real
black
shit, and
man,
you don't
the
even
black
want to
Ice
hear
men of
still
me.
out there
this
chilling.
generation. These
Ice still
videos,
out there chilling. They doing
late
whatever
ass
they want.
millennials.
And life is good in America. I don't understand. Like you talking like we
Yeah,
still
I'm
in
chilling like a
slavery or something.
villain,
Like
bro.
I don't understand
Now
why
you
y'all
ain't
talk
not
like
doing
this.
nothing. Because
Like you're not
being
enslaved.
cool,
Like they're
being
not
on the
stealing money. Like America's not stealing your money out your bank account. They're not telling you you can't do whatever you want. You can walk around doing whatever you want. And you sitting here acting like we still in chains or something. Nobody falling for that no more, man. Like go watch Color Purple or whatever movie that you
Everything
probably
you doing
watched
here, Sharon,
last
is
night.
for a
Go watch
reason,
Color
bro.
Purple.
You did it.
And
You
you
did
know,
it, baby. You
like,
did it.
no, I'm saying like that's how you're talking. You're talking like we're still in chains and we need to go like
I'm
help.
not talking like that at all.
That is how you talking. We need to stand up. Stand up to what? For
The tyranny of the white man.
Like what
I'm
is
just
happening?
kidding.
I
I'm
don't
just
even
kidding.
understand. Like I'm so serious. What is happening? What is happening that we need to stand up for? Just please,
I said
just
that many times. This
okay.
isn't
I'm
about
listening.
race.
Please.
Y'all the ones who keep saying that's a white woman, the white woman. I said
You
this is
just
about
came at us and said that he's a pussy
Fine.
because
Let me ask you a black question real
Oh
quick.
my God.
How do you
I gotta
guys
be a
feel
black
about
question.
reparations? How do you guys feel
This
about
is crazy.
reparations? And if we do reparations, who should get them? And how do you distribute it?
Why are you mentioning reparations during this
We
conversation?
going black, right?
Oh my God.
No, I kept saying I'm not going black. I keep saying I'm not talking about race. This isn't about race. She wasn't even a black woman.
What a black man.
That's why it's not such a bad
Because
subject.
when I said black men, I was talking about those on the panel, and I said that. I said these black men on this panel.
And then when he said she had no reason to be out there, you said he a pussy, and that's why black men are pussies. You said that. You don't
based
remember
on what he said. Yes, I said that.
Okay, so that's what
I said. He was a pussy based on what he said.
Yeah, but and that's when I said, what do we need to fight for? She didn't need to be out there. Like there was no reason.
She was fighting.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many other places she would have been more productive.
That she was fighting. Well, listen, there's a lot of people on the street right now. If you turn on your TV, I'm quite sure you see
putting their lives at risk for this shit, just like our parents
on
did.
here. And
See,
still,
look,
when you go
attacking.
drive through,
You're here with us. Go with them. Right here. Go join the fight. What's happening, yo? What's happening, yo?
And I'm talking about every black man on this panel, by the way.
Oh my God, here we go.
Only those of you who feel a certain way, you knew I was talking about.
It is what it is at this point. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hold on.
All right, you got it, Sharon.
All right, so we're gonna let Mr. Work. He's been patient. Go ahead, Mr. Work. Say your thoughts. Go ahead.
Thank you. So I just wanted to say, when it came to what the ICE officer did he do something illegal? I don't think he did, but I think he was the cause of the shooting, and this is what I mean by that. There's something called police. I forgot what it's called. Police induced jeopardy is what it's called. So police induced jeopardy by this guy not standing in front of her car. And if you actually look, he pulls his gun out before she actually hits him. He's anticipating this happening, right? So he stands in front of the car, pulls his gun out, and then she ends up clipping him, and then he fires into her.
Wait, you forgot the tire spun 3 times.
Let him finish, please.
So the problem with that is that by standing in front of the car, he's putting himself in danger, which now justifies the lethal force usage. It would be similar like if a cop pulled was chasing somebody down, and the guy stopped running, and then the cop throws an extra gun to the person and says, well, now he has access to a firearm, I can shoot him. You see how basically the cop putting himself in danger is causing that situation to justify the level of lethality. On top of that, there's something called a continuous force spectrum, right? And you're only supposed to go one level above the person that you're interacting with. Once she clipped the cop and he was out of the path of the vehicle, that vehicle no longer posed a threat to anybody. So at that point, she's not in possession of a lethal weapon, but he still fired into the car anyway. And the reason cops are trained to not do that is because you don't disable a moving target or a vehicle by killing the driver, because it can kill somebody else down the road. And if you actually look, she crashed into a parked vehicle. Let's say that parked vehicle wasn't there. She was foot on the gas because the tires were spinning out. She could have been.
So you're basically making the argument that he took the shot at the perfect time.
No, he
hit
took
no
the shot before she even moved.
He didn't plan
forward.
that to happen. Yeah, he didn't plan for her to.
Well, he hit his target. He didn't hit any civilians, like you said.
He could have crashed into an actual vehicle with a family in it, or could have ran somebody over. And it's like, they had her license plate. They could have just let her go. And then
but brother, that's America, man. I don't understand what y'all like. That happens every day in road rage incidents. Like, I don't understand that. Like, that's what anybody that got a gun be doing. Y'all be.
Well, so here's a conspiracy to it. And this is my final point, and I promise I'll engage with any kind of questions. But the thing is, the government basically wants these situations to happen so they can normalize cops or the government executing its citizens, right? And there's actually something called the 30-30 initiative, which is a feminist push in police departments to get 30% of the department female. And the reason why this is such a problem is because women can justify lethal force in positions where men wouldn't be able to, right? So if a woman's outnumbered, or there's a guy who's stronger in front of her, she can say, well, I'm in fear for my life, so I can shoot him, versus a guy wouldn't be able to do that in the same situation. So basically, the government is conditioning us to be okay with the government executing its citizens, and that's my conspiracy behind it. But
it always was. Hold on, before I don't know
agree
who
with you.
Okay, Bomb finally agreed with Mr. Word once in his life. The lie detector one with $5. We have a perceived freedom. Actually, freedom isn't free. You pay off houses and cars, and even with the titles. What did I say? Titles or titties? The titles and things.
Good question.
Fail to pay taxes if you want to. F around and find out. I added that little extra sauce to it.
Okay,
Thank you so much. The lie detector. I appreciate it.
Oh, hi, Sharon. I'm next, if I may. You don't mind.
Yes, you did ask to speak after Mr. Works.
Yes, thank you, Sharon. Bracely, I have 3 main points. First point, Emperor detailed there was a U.S. code, those who impede on a federal operation, and the possible consequences for those who engage in that type of activity. That's what he was discussing. He read that, which I believe that was United States Code.
Yeah, I didn't get to finish. Like, I was gonna talk about the part where how it actually applies.
No, you read it perfectly, bro. But she said that you didn't read what you read.
No, and she also said that you can't read, and then she kept it.
Right, she said black men can't read. Like,
she did stop me.
Okay, how does this apply to civilians?
If I may finish, Bracely, and I'll go ahead.
Mom is asking Pondera because she believes that women can read better than men. So I don't know if Ponda has it in front of her.
Let's have a read off right now. Don't play at me.
No,
I just wanted to point that out.
Read off.
Like, I'm not trying to go super fast because I want everybody to hear the words.
Bracely, I just wanted to point that out because he did state enough information to make it clear that we do have clear code about manners of behavior when the federal government is engaging in operation. I just want to put that out there. Also, there's a lot of negativity, not just in your chat, but also on the panel, against the federal government. And people like accusing me of being like a porch monkey, and that I think.
Get used to it.
Did you say that?
That's cool. Get used to it.
People were making this. Yeah, there's been a lot of really racist from other Black people against.
Oh yeah, they're racist.
I digress. I mean, that's the hazard of the trade. I just want to point that out.
They're called the FBAs. They're not even.
Bracey. I just want to point that out because it is very interesting for Black people to have such negativity towards the federal government, given the fact that it is the federal government that has enforced our humanity and civil rights.
No, it isn't.
For example,
they went against
Black Americans, if I may, impulse control.
Thank you. Blow it up.
Black Americans turn to the federal government because states would not protect their rights. Again, impulse control. I'm sorry. Can you please learn to just practice impulse control?
I don't have to learn how to do anything.
People do not instruct you when you speak.
If you want me to do it, I must already know how to do it. So you can't listen. You might be able to play with these black men, honey, but you can't play with me,
politicizing,
sweetie.
and
Don't
been,
oh snap! I thought she was a white woman.
And you have been politicizing this situation.
Another woman, man.
Yeah, I have politicized anything. I am the one
she has no impulse control at all.
And
I'm going to address that too later on.
Look at
no
him
impulse
lying.
control. Black
Go
Americans
back and tell all
to
these black men what you really think about them over there when you with John Galt. Go and tell them that.
Sure, Black Americans. Bracy, if I'm,
you say y'all disgusting. You laugh. You live nasty.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna
just finish, and then I'll be on mute.
We can attack whatever she's saying properly, so we can hear what she's saying. Then you be able to attack it. I believe KT wanted to jump at it first. Bond, do you mind if KT jump at it first?
No, I'm okay, baby. Whatever. Okay,
great. I'm just going to finish what I'm reading. Thank you. Black Americans turn to the federal government because states would not protect their rights. The federal government became both a tool and battleground in the struggle for racial equality. We all know this. For much of U.S. history, Black Americans appealed to the federal government for civil rights protection because state and local governments, particularly in the South, enforced segregation, disenfranchisement, and racial violence. The court cases, constitutional amendments, federal legislation, executive action, and federal enforcement, Black Americans sought national intervention to secure equality, voting rights, and protection under the law. The strategy became especially important during Reconstruction and the Civil Rights Movement. I took some notes, so I brought that up. I don't need to go through the cases and the executive action and the executive orders because we all know this. Our grandparents, great-grandparents fought, and they had to appeal the federal government just so they can have
they had to fight against the federal government too.
No, they appealed to the federal government.
Impulse control. See, I knew this was going to happen. Now that you brought this up, it's going to just go down like this.
Impulse control. Thank you.
We don't have
to have fighting about what's true and what's not true.
My last point,
Sean, jump in.
Hold on. So this way we I believe she was finished. So we're gonna let KT get a chance to answer.
No, I have one more point, and then I'll be done.
You can't make it too long-winded though, sweetheart. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Respectfully.
Shout out to Kulu live streaming with the $5. The stupid federal government allowed Tuskegee experiments, the Tulsa massacre, lynching, MK Ultra, other operations. Ponder is moron.
Okay, great. So my last point, Gracie, is that certain people on your panel have brought up black men can't read, also politicizing this whole situation, bringing up conservatives, liberal, MAGA, all these people. I just want to say, last point, we all saw how this woman, those two white women behaved. We saw how they behaved. We've seen how some black women, some black women, if you read the live chat and also how some black women on this panel, I'm just going to say that this is a type of behavior that's very common and indicative in the workplace. This type of chaos, inciting chaos, being obstructive, willing to subvert. This is a type of behavior that is very common and indicative of
black woman
in the workplace. Where you have certain types of black women, where you have certain types of black women and certain types of white women. I'm just saying, if you read some of the live chat, how Bomb Cherry's been behaving, and these two women.
Now remember, you say you just wanted to say one thing.
Clearly defiant.
You said like 18 things now. It's gotta land at some point. Like we can't just let you can't just go on like a run-on sentence.
That's how you want to behave, so be it.
Okay, right. You please turn. But you just gotta learn to land. That's all. Like it's not a big deal.
KT is supposed to be able to respond. Strike with the $5. Y'all know Bomb can't hear. She was injured when the Pilgrims came to burn down the village, and years later, when she drew the map for Harriet Tubman.
Oh no!
Nah, that was wild.
Oh no! It was funny, and I'm okay with it. Go ahead.
That was a good one. And shout out to Cool Live Street with the $2. Panelists have to impulse control, but not a ice.
Ooh. Or not protesters. What about protesters?
There are certain people who just want confrontation. If you notice, there are just certain people, they want confrontation. We saw how this woman behaved. It's been broken down.
KT, brother, right? You got something to say, brother?
Behaving on this
Let me in, please.
I don't want to.
come
on,
Miss. Come on, Miss. You fatiguing us, Miss. You fatiguing us. Come on.
And they just want confrontation.
Miss, you're fatiguing us. Miss, we get you. They just want confrontation. We heard you said it 4 times.
Okay, all right. So go ahead, KT. We're gonna let KT respond, and also we're gonna bring in the verbal assassin. Go ahead, KT.
Yeah, well, as many have pointed out, I can understand everything you're saying. The federal government done us more harm than good, point blank, period. We shouldn't, and I don't think it's listen, everybody gonna talk, make insults towards you. Sometimes we can take some of it. You know what I'm saying? We could take it and say, hey, maybe this is right, this is wrong. I just pointed out earlier, I find the weird thing that all of you guys have in common outside of the political ideology is that you guys feel that you're for black people, but it seems that a lot of you do it with what most black people would consider like white ideology. Like where we just talk about the government said so do it. And I heard somebody say really earlier, which is crazy, our ancestors learned their lessons. and listen, this is why I'm not saying niggas is pussy, period, but she's right to a certain extent when she's saying like we're afraid, because all I hear up here is a lot of, well, we gotta comply. You know what I'm saying? Work pointed out earlier also, we can go against the government, guys. They talk about how they talk about how they overstep their boundaries. You have a right to make a militia. You have a right to stand up for yourself because the government can overdo things. I just feel this is a situation a lot of you guys are missing. If you support this, you're going to be supporting our next step into them overstepping their bounds further.
Okay. Welcome into the show, the one and only verbal assassin. F around and find out.
Hey, how y'all doing? Can you guys hear me? Because I couldn't hear real good. Hey, Bomb. Hey, Bomb.
Happy New Year's to you, sis.
Happy New Year's to you too. And everybody on here. So basically, I mean, for now, I don't have that much to say right now because what I do have to say would be kind of like off topic a little bit. Not really. It would be towards ponder. But right now, I just want to say that I agree with Bomb Cherry and I agree with KT to go. This is the first time I've ever agreed with KT to go on any damn thing. And Mr. Work is absolutely correct. I think that was him who was talking about the conspiracy thing. See, y'all, this whole trusting of the government thing is pretty absurd to me. Now, I'm not saying to distrust the government totally, right? But you have to understand that this is a them versus us. And what they want to do is control the masses, okay? They want control over the people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's far-fetched that they are showing these images over and over again, that they are attempting to make the public believe that this was what we clearly saw. I mean, I can't even understand how y'all can sit up here and say she was blocking traffic. And now all of a sudden, somebody blocking traffic, it deserves a death sentence. Like this is all you guys are using to actually justify what I saw as red rum. And I will submit to the court that ICE officer wanted to do what he did because he was mad because she did not comply. And we see that happen all the time. They get angry. They're human beings just like us, and they get angry. Officers, all, law enforcement, they expect compliance without question. And y'all know that. And we have seen them get mad and their ego get involved when that doesn't happen.
But why do you, never mind.
Okay, that was a beautiful rant. I think
not a beautiful rant.
A beautiful rant.
I enjoyed it. I like when people can substantiate their argument. I love that. I love when people have shared thoughts. Clear thoughts is very important to great dialogue and discussions, in my opinion. Go ahead, the Emperor. You seems like you want to address what Verb said.
So I understand your sentiment, verbal assassin. I get that. There's a whole situation here. And if we go on a moral side, then it's like, okay, we got to leave the moral high ground to God, because everybody's breaking the law in that situation, if you want to go there, right? But we do have this in front of us as well. I mean, I was reading the law here. I was looking at it because I wanted to know a little bit more. How this applies to civilians impeding, because they're impeding. So this is what they want to do. This is what she's trying to do. She's trying to cause a commotion. They were recording it. Her wife was recording it. All right. Now, it does say here that they are allowed to film the situation. If a civilian, citizen or not, actively interferes with an ICE operation, such as physically blocking agents, refusing lawful commands in a way that impedes them, or uses force / resistance, this can constitute a violation of 18 USC 111. All right. ICE agents can then place the person under arrest for that federal criminal offense, regardless of citizenship. All right. This is the next part. Very important. All right. This is very important, because everybody wants to talk about their power and how much power do they have. So important distinctions and limits. Passive observation or filming is generally protected under your First Amendment. So she can film passively like the other people were doing on the sidewalk. She wasn't doing that, was she? Yes or no?
Yeah, she was. Dude came up.
No, she was in her car with the engine revving, talking shit out the window, and her girl was out there running around talking shit.
It's cool,
Okay.
dude. You talking shit though, saying it's cool.
So what? She could talk shit.
Well, actually, we already read that.
Where does it say that talking
Look,
shit means that it's a death sentence? I want y'all to show
right.
me, because all the
Right
stuff
here.
you're saying does not boil down to making what he did
Trying to
justified.
gaslight you, bro.
Okay.
He
Trying
hit
to
her.
gaslight you.
He shot, and then
Impeding.
as she was driving away, he shot 2 times in the side of the window.
Don't get fatigued, brother. Stay
Key
strong.
legal bias right here. Impeding or obstructing federal officers performing official duties is a federal crime under 18 USC 111, which prohibits forcibly assaulting, resisting, opposing, impeding, intimidating. Catch that word. You cannot intimidate them either. Do it, bring it. Da, 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 da. I want the heat. I want the smoke. You got the smoke. You got the heat. You on fire.
Gee, don't talk like that, bro. Slow down.
How long is this?
Don't
how
talk
long is,
like that.
how
That's what
long
they
is
try to
this
get you to talk like.
Go
so they
ahead,
can make us
How
seem
long
like
is
we
this
bad people, bro.
dissertation?
Look.
I want to know how long
fine.
this dissertation is.
Interfering with federal
Goddamn.
officers, including ICE agents, engaged in official duties.
Nah,
This can
hold
range
up,
from
though.
physically blocking to other forcible
said she got the
interference, and it starts as a misdemeanor, but can escalate to felony depending on the bullshit. So now you guys got it.
I gotta point out.
Okay, but they're not. But he's not the judge, though, right? That's why we have a
Depending on the
judicial
bullshit.
system.
Wait,
That-
even if we grant it that she did something illegal, it doesn't justify killing her. So you're
Oh,
almost
shut
here
up,
trying to-
I
man.
never
She
said
ran.
I
She almost hit him with the car. That justified.
What did I say from
That
the jump?
justified some form of defense. Stop it.
What did I say from the jump?
Between
Trying
verbal
to sound
and-
like her.
Hold on,
Get out of
let
here.
Verb- I don't know if Verb want to address it, but go ahead, Verb. Do you want to
Who are
address
you talking to, bro?
From the jump, I told you.
Address which? Because he's
Okay,
giving
I
us
don't
the
know.
whole thesis paper. What am I supposed to address? It was too long for me. I'm sorry. I got ADHD.
Yes, you do. Bracy, I just
Yes, I do.
Emperor is reading
Hilarious.
United States Code right now.
Wait,
This is not a dissertation or essay. He's
Girl, shut
reading
up. I said what the hell I said,
About to get
okay?
Code.
Now, I wasn't even on you, but we can get there too. Because you want to sit up here talking about people want to be confrontational. You're the confrontational bitch up here trying to sister down
There we
Wow.
go.
Shut your ass up.
Wow.
There we go.
You
Wow.
done got on my
Picking
damn
up a
nerves.
lot of
I done had
women
enough
on
of you.
YouTube.
Why don't
Just
you go back over there to JP and let him talk
Here
up
we
under your clothes?
go.
Let them talk up under your
There
clothes
you
again.
go. So
Oh wow,
While
look
you
at
lift
this.
balls and lick
Wow.
up
Look at
underneath
this.
them.
Oh
Why
my
don't you do
God.
that?
there we go.
That's
So
what you
Look at
like,
this.
right?
Wow.
Assassin's correct.
Go over
this is
there.
just how they
Even if we
behave.
grant
It's
it doesn't change
Girl,
confrontational.
look how you're behaving. Just
So
because you're using that fake
confrontational.
ass, whack ass voice don't
And
mean
the
nothing. You're
white
passive
women, they like
aggressive.
to partner
You're
up at the
passive aggressive
workplace.
and you're ghetto
Two
as
of
hell.
them just
That's
got in
what you
trouble
are.
with the
You're
federal
ghetto, ignorant,
government.
and passive aggressive,
Great
bitch.
feet. This is what they
Oh
do
Dumbass
my
in the
God.
bitch.
workplace.
You're
I
annoying as
gotta bring
fuck.
it up.
Gracie's not
They
going to
have
help you. Why are you talking to
politicized. They like
Gracie?
to bring up
What's that?
politics. They brought up black men. This is what they do at the workplace.
Who's they?
Notice
Who
how
is they? Can you put an
they
address on
are
it? Put an address
rationalizing
on it,
the
passive
behavior
aggressive. Put an
of these
address on
two
it.
white
Put an
women
address on
who
it. Who's they?
directly want
He
to
Because y'all
said
doing
change
all this
the
they and
it's
they
of
and
the
wrong.
their
federal
stuff. You sound like a
government.
coward.
They are
Put a name on it.
rationalizing it. This is
Put
what they
who's
do at the
they?
workplace.
Sharon, who's
These
they?
types of black
Sharon, who's
women
they? I want to know
and
who's
these
they
type of
first.
white women. This is what they do at the
Who
workplace.
is they?
Just saying.
Who is
He's
they?
Say it,
I ain't
honey.
do
Say who is
nothing.
they.
Right. Why won't she say she got a lot to shit to say, but she can't say who they is? The
She
fuck?
want to get jumped by y'all. Y'all being ghetto.
What
She
do you
don't
mean?
want to
Boy,
be
shut
ghetto
your
with
ass
y'all.
Hey
up
guys,
before you
guys.
get jumped.
Black men are
Hey,
different.
I
Unlikely.
heard from
Shut
the
up.
I'm just
grapevine
saying.
that
I'm just
they are the
Unlikely. Shut
Zionists,
your ass up.
but that's just
Ain't
what I
nobody talking.
heard.
Stay out of this.
Hold on.
You
I'm
all
shutting
the
up.
males, stay out of it.
Hold on. And I just want to let Ambition as a rider. No, it's not Jerry. Jerry is Sharon. Get it right,
Sharon.
Ambitions.
Get it right.
All right. So
You know, called her all type of cunts. God damn.
Ooh,
Nobody
I never even said you just
I know
called her
you
that.
didn't say that word. You said a worse
that's
word. And wait,
that's
hold
a
on. That
Freudian
was
slip.
that was
Freudian
funny.
slip because you just called her
That
that.
was
he's
a
trying to start a
funny.
You
fight.
just called her that.
No, I know. No, wait. That was a
That's what he
funny.
thinks
You
of you.
called her the
He
B
actually
word. I
thinks
just
of
didn't
you.
want to call it. I didn't want to say the B
He
word.
just called you that.
is way
Fair, man. Now
Some
You
of
just
them
called her
use
that.
profanity against me. I did not use profanity. I'm
You
AI.
called her the
She's
B
not
word.
using
I didn't want to
profanity.
use that word.
I am just a whack ass bitch.
He used to see
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
This is how they behave at the workplace. And they
so
like
funny,
to
bro.
rationalize this type of
Ponder, you
behavior
see,
with these white women. They always
listen to
come
her.
together
We didn't
and they
mention
will
no
bring
white woman
chaos
up here.
every
Girl.
single time.
Is she
They
a
bring
white
this
woman, Mom?
chaos at the
I don't
workplace
know what the fuck she
every
is. She
single
sound like
time.
a
No, she's not. No, she's not.
Girl, she don't want no 40 days and 40 nights.
Ooh,
I know that's right.
ooh, Felicia.
Man.
all right, y'all crazy asses. All right, I don't even know. This is all Udo.
Yeah, you see, I got that going.
If
That's
we was in
crazy.
Publix right now, they'd be
Special
jumping
shit.
this woman.
It's always Uda's fault. I thought you knew.
Okay,
At Walmart.
can I ask a question, Sharon? Can I ask a question to the panel?
No.
I'm scared to say
Say
yes.
no. I'm fucking.
Go ahead.
All right, awesome. So, okay, so I was doing some research, right? So I was asking people that don't have a lot of money. I was like, well, so what do you want? What are you doing this for? Like, what do you wake up in the morning? Like, what's your thing? A lot of them say they want to get money. They want to be rich, right? So I started asking people that have money. Hey, man, like, what do you want? What do you want? Because they already have money. So what do you guys think a poor man wants versus what do you think a rich man wants? This is very important.
Yeah, you're
'Cause I
gonna
have a
say they
point.
both want what each other have, right? So a poor man's gonna want the money, a rich man's gonna want the time. The poor man has the time, doesn't have the money. The rich man has the money, doesn't have the time. I'm assuming.
Are you
that's where you're
sure?
going with it.
No. Are you sure that's what you think, or is that just what you heard?
What you mean? Are you
That
sure?
is sure, man. What's your
Opinion.
point?
We know
I
the
could be
difference
wrong, but
between
go ahead.
opinions and facts.
Look. I'm doing a creative
black man
thinking
for you.
exercise here. Check it, creative thinking exercise. So what we're doing here is
There goes the black man.
we're actually using our brains so we can actually start analyzing things, because those videos clips we were doing there, there's a lot there. And if you go deeper, you can do a whole moral debate,
black man,
or you can do a whole legal debate. But legalities and moralities are different. There's rules, but of course there's a good and a bad, and emotion is all mixed in. So that's where the nuance comes in. You feel me?
There he go. He teaching us all something, y'all.
So I was just asking the question. So what do you guys think a poor man wants? And not when I say a poor man, I'm not saying like broke or whatever, like never getting money. I'm saying somebody that's not well off, and they're trying to get well off, or they're just.
I mean, but brother, you
hanging
kind of
in
just
there.
jumped in, and other people probably had you know, things to say on the topic we was just talking about. You know,
Well,
so you kind of just took us somewhere else.
It turned into a battleground, but it's gonna tie into that.
No, but we don't want to talk about black and white like you're trying to do. But but you say power.
not-
So money, I get it. I get it. We know. Listen, a person with money,
Hilarious.
they want power, right? They want power.
Okay,
And
so
this
what is
just my
power? What
opinion.
is power? What is power? Tell me.
Well,
Hey, yo,
power-
Sharon, change his name to the Riddler.
No, I agree. Look, he think he about to teach us how to go deep.
No, I'm just trying to, because there's people watching. So
Yeah, girl,
what
he
is
said,
power? What is
he
power?
was in the clouds, Bum, and he was like, that seems like a panel full of dummies. Let me click the link and go see if I can learn them something.
Yeah, right.
Gaslighting.
Nah, I don't know about all that. I
Yonder
don't know
also when
about
she
all
comes
that.
over, she
You
thinks she
digging
can-
in the bag, girl. She
Thinks she
digging
gonna
deep
learn
in the
somebody
bag.
something too.
She digging
She
deep in the
gonna
bag.
learn
She trying to
that
talk to
AI.
That was that
you.
93
It's
octane
okay.
right there.
Look, it's okay if you don't have an answer. It's cool.
No, listen, we
Emperor, I
don't
got
want to
an answer for
participate.
you, bro, but
How about that?
yeah, nobody want to talk about that. Yeah.
All
Right,
right,
let's
there
talk
you
about the
go.
fact
whatever.
that even if you,
It ties in.
even
It
if
ties
you
in.
assume,
Yeah,
hold on,
yeah,
bro.
but you
Even
ain't
if
tie
we
it in
assume you
yet.
wrote the
Well,
law,
y'all
bro.
want to
Like
know
this
who?
is your
Y'all
moment
want to
to go.
know
Okay,
who?
this is where I
Okay,
was trying to
fine.
get to, but you haven't.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Exactly.
So, okay, y'all want to know who they is, right? They
No,
is
we
the
don't
people
care.
with
Yeah, nobody
power.
want to
We
know
were just
about
talking about it.
No,
And
we
why
Okay.
would
No, we were not talking
hold
to you
on?
about they.
Hold, what?
Why?
Okay.
Hold on. Why
God
would they?
dang, you need
Why
to
would they
follow
make
the
this a whole?
conversation.
This is what I'm getting at. Why would they make this whole thing a huge, big ass situation and try to pit people against each other,
because
picking
it was a
sides?
situation. Somebody got killed, right? And
Yeah,
somebody
you
has
going
to
too
pay
deep.
for it. And there's another group trying to frame
All right,
it
I'm
the
gonna
way
leave it
they
alone.
want to,
We'll get there.
because they know they side messed up. And when I say they side, I'm even talking about ICE. They messed up. That's it.
Who's
All right,
they?
cool.
Who's
ICE,
they?
nigga.
The eyes, bro.
Like, bro, I get what you're trying to do. I get what you're trying to do, but it's just too deep. It's just like it's the same thing about
But
the
that's
gun.
what
Like
we
some
here
people could
for.
say
You
if
can
we
ask
didn't have a gun,
Sharon.
yeah.
We're too
That's what we
shallow.
here for. What
Hold
y'all
on, but bro,
scared? Y'all scared?
can you answer my
think
question,
we're
bro?
I mean,
Even if you
like
justify her
Y'all-
breaking the law, that
Y'all
still
remember when
it's
you
justify
all
was
it's all it's all
somebody was
it's,
like, you
how do you
scared, you
justify that?
scared, you
but it
gonna do
don't
it, you scared. That's what he
right.
sound like, a kid.
You scared? You scared? I'm just
Yeah,
playing.
because it really don't matter. The laws are the laws, the rules are the rules. Like some people can go, yo, if he didn't, if we didn't have all these guns in America, she'd have never got shot. You know, if was a fifth
Exactly.
type,
That's where
but
it's gonna go.
but hold on, slow down. It's if was a fifth though. Like it's all if. The true thing is they got guns, and the true thing is they can shoot you if they feel afraid of you. It happened
That's
out
the
here in
military.
Miami. Like yo, in Miami, it be happening. Like if you
Yeah.
try to stop somebody or try to like cut somebody off out here and you argue with them, bro, they'll try to shoot you, bro. Straight
Yeah.
up. So it's like that's the American way. That's what I'm trying to like.
This nigga get out the
That's
way.
how, bro, but that's how it is. Like people don't want to talk about that, but that's really how it is.
Real shit. See, now we
So,
getting somewhere.
and yo, it ain't
Alright.
nothing, but it ain't nothing you could do about it. And that's why the conversation becomes, yo, get out the way of people that could shoot you. If you
Alright
know
then,
damn
Captain
well ICE
America.
don't, huh?
I said, all right then, Captain America, do that, please,
Captain,
brother. Yeah.
no, but I'm
Hey,
just saying,
listen,
like, yo,
all
why
I'm
was
saying
she
is that
there? Like, why were you
so
there
hold
She
on.
was
trying to like?
trying to get out of the way of somebody that could shoot her, and y'all said she was wrong for that.
So hold
She was
on.
supposed
and
to get out the
also-
car. It's too
Nah,
late.
nah. At that point, she was told to stop. Though
Hold
that's
on,
the
I
thing.
know-
Yeah,
hold
it's too
on,
late.
Hold on, I know
It's too
y'all
late at
all-
that
Yes,
point.
sir,
Like, if
yes,
the cop
sir.
tell me to
Hold
stop, I'm
on.
not gonna turn my
Hold
vehicle to the
on,
right to
hold
try to
on.
get out the way and run
Hold
off.
All right, you got it, Sharon. You got it.
Hold on.
Sorry, Sharon. I just had to say that.
I understand that we all Avengers and everything, but hey, listen, you play around in America, you could get capped in America.
All
trying to
day.
tell
Welcome
him,
to the
yo.
land of the free.
Sharon, I'm trying to tell
I
him.
gotta go after
That's
that one.
what
I'm
I
out.
be trying to
Hey,
say.
hold on. Yo, y'all ain't gonna just walk past my bar like that.
We are. Yes,
Yo,
we are.
Sharon,
We
come
gonna
over
be-
to the come
we
over
gonna be
to
Winter
the
Soldiers
red,
and walk
yo.
right
Come over
past
to the red side. Come over to the right. You know what I mean? We holding it down over here. We got our straps on us. We on that same
Nah.
time he on.
Nah, it's
Nah,
time to hold
yo,
the
but
middle,
no,
bro.
but
It's time to hold the
everybody
middle.
on that time, man. That's what I hate about the contradictory here is that if somebody threaten your life, right? Like let's say if you trying to get your kid to school and she in the middle of the road and you like verbal assassin hit her with her, her B word, get out the way. And she like, F you, we protesting. And if verbal assassin get out the car and she got her strap on her, which she has the right to do, right? I don't know if she has the right to get out the car. Maybe I think she got to call the cops. But you know, the cops have the right to tell you to get out the car, to tell you this, that, and third. And a verbal assassin felt that car rev up and start coming her way. She got the right to shoot. That's all I'm saying. She has the right to shoot, and yo, the prosecutor gonna be like, I know, yo, right or wrong, either life ain't fair though.
Is morality though.
Life ain't fair though.
No, I would be in the wrong. I would have been escalating something because I got out my car with my firearm.
I said
that would be me escalating the situation.
I said
what
that.
am I getting out of the car for?
I said
why
that.
am I doing that?
said that, but she would have been impeding you. And if you called the cops, the same scenario would have happened if it was regular police. Think about that for a second.
So wait a minute. So wait. Since you used me, wait. So you're saying that because her car is impeding me, I have the right to get out of the car and shoot her?
No. Listen to me very carefully. I'm saying the scenario would have never changed. Well, hold on. Look. Okay. Look. You want to talk? Go ahead. Because I don't want to cut you off, and I don't want you to cut me off. Go ahead.
You know what? Like what are you talking about?
Okay, I'm about to answer your question. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Because there was a bunch of people who was, in chiming in. So don't do that.
Okay, cool.
This is a conversation. So go ahead and continue whatever it was you wanted to say. I'm asking questions. Okay. Next time, don't use me in there if you don't want me to respond to it.
I don't mind. I don't.
Okay, then. Okay, so let's move forward.
Okay, so I'm saying if the scenario was you were coming out with your kids to bring them to school and she was impeding and you beat her and she said, I'm not getting out the way and started cursing at you and her wife came out the car and you called the cops, right? Because I'm saying if you got out, you're right. But if you called the cops and the cops came and she still sat there and the cops got in front of her car and said, get the car, she tried to run away, it would have probably been the same scenario. That's
not true. And if it was, it would have been illegal for them to shoot a woman in a car who didn't pull out.
What are you talking about? If they told her to get out the car after she's still impeded,
just because they tell you to get out the car, that's not.
I've seen that happen so many times.
Hold on, I've seen that happen. Cannot just shoot in a car simply because it's fleeing. That is in the department. That's Department of Justice.
Well, nobody said it was fleeing. The cop was in front of the car, and they were circling the car. And look, I get what y'all trying to say, right? And I get what y'all I get what y'all trying to do, right? Her fleeing, they can't shoot at you. You're right. I've seen body cam with cops where they'll aim their gun, but if they're not in the direct pathway of the car, they won't shoot. They'll say stop, and they'll aim their gun. So I agree with y'all. Okay, I agree with y'all on that. But he was right in front of the car in a situation where he could have got hit by the car. She could have made the decision to either go left, go right, or go straight at him because of where he was. And in that situation, she was supposed to make she wasn't supposed to be there first of all. But she was
there you go.
Okay, so who can move easier? A pedestrian can move out the way of a car easier and quicker, or a car can move out the way of a pedestrian easier and quicker. Especially in this particular situation where the car was basically idle and he got in front of it. We saw that.
He has the right to do that.
It would have been easier and quicker.
Lee, you keep saying
it would have been easier and quicker for him to move, which he's trained to do, is to move out from the front of the car. And
it was time to detain her ass. What do you mean?
It was time. That's what I'm saying. They were about to detain her. They were trying to get her out the car because she was. Go ahead. I think somebody want to talk. I don't want to.
If they were about to detain her, why we didn't hear them say, "Now you're under arrest"?
I can't even hear you.
They did. They spoke on both ends of that. You could play it if you want to.
Play it back again, Sharon. You'll see it. Like I watched the video. I think we all watched it and saw them reach for the car door. And before they reached, they say, "Get out of the car." She was supposed to get out, and she was supposed to get out of the car.
And she said no. She started screaming
no. They don't have to say that because before no, Bomb Cherry. Before you get under arrest, you're detained first. They don't just arrest you; they detain you. So the part of Bomb Cherry, you know this already, Bomb Cherry. You know when you arrest, handcuffs come out. When you're detained, you don't have to be handcuffed. That's only if you're acting crazy. So it's a difference. So they could have just told her to get out the car and probably could have had a conversation with her. What the heck you doing? Get in your car, get out of here. But she did not do that.
Listen, okay, so let's say I agree with what you just said, okay? If they say get out the car, just get out the car, so they can have a conversation. She don't have to obey that. That's not a lawful
Yes, she
order.
does.
Yes, she
Just
is.
like every other person.
Let me finish. But if they said you're detained, get out the car, now you're talking something different, right? Because now she knows she's trying to at least give her a lawful order. But just to say get out the car, that's not a lawful order.
You're running from people that have badges and guns. Why do you think that's not a lawful order? What do you think would happen to her? You think she would have got no charges against her if she would have ran from them and just got away and they didn't shoot her?
She would rather charges than losing her life.
Okay, now you disagree with me. I get you.
No, I'm not agreeing with you. I am disagreeing with you.
Okay, I know you're disagreeing with me, but you understand that she would have gotten charges. And
no, I don't know. She wouldn't have gotten charges, not from them.
You're fleeing in a loop. Okay.
First of all, how is she fleeing if you say she would have got charges? That means she didn't leave, right? She didn't flee. So how would she have gotten charges?
No, he's saying even if she escaped, she still when she was captured.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's not what he was saying. And y'all
that is what I see. That's the same thing you did to Imperior, saying that he wasn't saying what he was saying. That's exactly
Sharon,
what
can I ask?
They said when he reached for the door, if she should have got out, and then he said if she would have got out, she would have got charged.
That's not what I said. I said before he reached for the door, he said, "Get out of the car," and she started backing it up, almost hitting her dang wife. Like an idiot.
That's not a lawful order, though. That's where we got to start. Right. Like, what is
a lawful order? Right? She would.
No. Listen, if a cop comes, there is lawful order. Listen, a lawful order, and I'm just.
You don't know nothing about police officers. Okay, I got multiple police officers inside of my family. You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Hey, Sharon, can I ask you a question?
All right. Hold on. One at a time. So this is what we're gonna do. KT the GOAT. He seems like he might have some information. So again, KT the GOAT, what is a lawful order? And then we got the Emperor seemed like he want to answer that.
I want to ask you a question, Sharon.
Okay, so before we go there, go ahead, KT the GOAT. We are on the question of what is a lawful order. Go ahead, KT.
Okay, a lawful order is a command from competent authority that is clear, specific, and related to a legitimate purpose like military duty or public safety, and it doesn't violate law or constitutional rights. So someone coming up and saying, hey, get out the car, that is not a lawful order. Just because you have to explain,
gaslighting,
like, you know, Raz, you have to know reasonable articulation.
Because that's not what happened.
We all know
doing that.
No, it's literally
not because I'm over you doing that all the time. That's not what happened.
Say what's different, then, Lee. Please say it. What
she was impeding traffic for the reasons of trying to stop ICE from doing whatever they were doing. That's why she was there. Her and her wife and the other people on the side. That's what happened. What you're saying is something totally different.
By the definition, when he of a lawful order, in order for that to be a lawful order, when he have to at least articulate, "Hey, get out that car because you're impeding traffic."
Sharon, can I ask you this real quick?
No, just like a cop doesn't have to tell you why he's pulling you over before he asks you for your license plate. If he already, okay, go outside and do the stuff that you're talking about, man. Go outside and do that stuff.
Hold on,
I'm not gonna argue with you, man.
Okay, slow down. So the argument is that, Lee, you're saying it was a lawful order. Why do you think it was a lawful order, Lee? Go.
Very simply, she was impeding traffic. She was impeding ICE, and their goal was to do that. That's it. Go ahead, Emperor, or Sharon, whoever you want, Pastor.
Okay. Before you go, Emperor, KT, how was it not a lawful order? Go.
Well, as it says, you have to give the reasoning, which is the reasonable articulate suspicion. So like any officer could pull you over anywhere in America right now. The first thing that this isn't something that you have to do, but you can question them. You can say, hey, what is your reason for pulling me over? If they can't explain one, yes, what you have to do legally now is if they want to arrest you, you're being taken by force. You really have no choice but to resist. I mean, you can't really resist being taken by force legally, I guess.
Short and concise, man.
Even when wait, can I say that just on his side? Oh, I can't hear you.
You're muted, Sharon.
Sorry, muted, thank you. Who determines that it was a clear and lawful situation?
Let me let you determine that.
Even going by the details, it'll say it wasn't clear. He didn't. We watched this video all day. We haven't heard him say one.
Sharon Bracy, to answer your question, that would be the court to interpret.
Do y'all have a problem with me asking my questions?
And to answer your question, Sharon Braces, that would have been the court.
We do have a problem with it.
Okay,
Sharon is the judge right now.
Hold on, y'all. So KT, you said a cop pulled you over, and you can ask him a question on why you pulled me over. Who determines if that is a lawful order or not? KT.
The courts, particularly.
The what?
No.
The courts.
So not true. It's called.
Hold on.
How you get there?
No,
okay, sorry.
Hold on, please. At the time, who determines it's a lawful order?
Nobody. The courts will determine it.
Nobody,
like,
Sharon.
No, listen.
Okay,
you can literally say I'm speeding, right? You're doing 80 and a 30. I say no, I'm not. He said I'm gonna give you the ticket. The court will then determine. So I know we can't. The court will determine whether or not you were speeding, right? Because just because the police officer said you were speeding, yes, you can.
Hold on. All right. So you saying so what you're saying that you need to follow the order that the officer gave you, and then later on in court you have to deal with it there.
Well, now that the middle part is up for the time. I'm saying who will determine if you were giving a lawful order will be the courts. Because, like I said, you could say I'm giving you a ticket for 80.
So when the cop said for her to get out the car, what she should have done, in your opinion, with your logic of what you're just saying.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't. I would say, what's your reasoning for pulling me over? That's my first thing every time.
Okay, so they give you the reason. Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. No. So they gave her the reason, whatever that is. What should she do?
Then she gets out.
Yeah, I disagree.
Hold on.
Okay, so that's
hold on. Okay. Why are we doing this? So I'm just want to get the logic, and then we will open it so everybody can have their position on what this conversation is at the moment. So again, so he told her to get out the car. What should be the next move for this young
woman? For what? What's your reason for pulling me over? Now, first of all, from there, he can explain why he's pulling you over. Now, as we see a lot with ICE, they don't really explain, right? So again, and I'm not even going to get into legality about it. Technically, I don't think they have to. However, if we're talking about what's legal in terms of a lawful order, yeah, you could tell me I'm pulling you over for whatever. I could say I disagree. And the only thing that can happen from there, now, should you resist or anything? I don't think so. However, I can say, no, I'm not going to comply with that. Now, I say if by force you're telling me no other way, no other option, you're going to take me to jail, take me to jail.
That's wrong.
I'll let them take me to jail.
That's why you're getting caught in a trick bag, because you are explaining it wrong. So a lawful order, right?
Well,
the reason we're saying that she didn't have a lawful order, because all he said was get out, right? Get out. And this was a guy who just approached her. The other guy, we didn't tell her to get out. This guy told her to get out, right? Now she could have asked, but she didn't have to ask. But if he would have said, you're under arrest, get out your car, or you're being detained, get out your car, that would have been his lawful order, and she would have had to get out. Right? It would have made sense for her to get out, that she know, okay, I need to get out this car. But by him just saying get out the car, yeah, she can decide she don't want to have no conversation with them, and she can leave.
Okay, so now when she when he says get out the car, can she just leave, or she got to confirm that she is not being detained, or like do she have any? Wait, does she need to confirm something, or she could just leave?
No, she can just leave.
No.
Okay, so hold on.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll let you get to your chance to answer the same questions as the Emperor. All right, so Bombshell, you're saying that she does not have to confirm anything with the officers; she could just leave.
Right. And we can do that. We as citizens have the right to remain silent. We have the right to walk away and not have conversation with police officers unless they got to have suspicion of a crime, or I'm about to commit a crime, or I have committed a crime. So if they don't, like if he would have said you're being detained for this, then yes, you got to get out. Or even if he would have said you're being detained.
So now the question is, do you agree that impeding traffic is a crime offensive where a law officer can approach you?
No, like y'all the ones who want me to agree that she was impeding traffic. So you saying let's say we all saying that she was impeding. Okay, cool.
No, the officer thinks that. What I'm saying is the officer believes that. Okay.
If he, okay, so he, and that could be fair, right? He thinks she's impeding traffic or whatever, and he just say get out. If he didn't mention her impeding traffic, get out for impeding traffic. You impeding traffic, get out. Anything like that, but all he did was say get out.
Okay.
What happened to the other officer who was there alone? Is why if he would have said something, it would make sense.
This is hogwash.
As soon as he said get out, she should have put it in park and said why.
No, we don't have to do that though. She could have done that. Yes.
I've never seen nobody do that.
Well,
so basically, what y'all are. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say this real quick. I'm doing something, but I wanted to hop in real quick on this because it sounds like y'all then you therefore agree with stop and frisk then.
Right.
Because basically what you're saying, if you're saying that, excuse me, if you're saying that as long as an officer tells you to stop, get out, come over here, whatever, that you are to comply, then you are saying that you agree with the stop and frisk clause too.
Yo, y'all got to stop gaslighting, man. That stuff is
That's
like
not
so
gaslighting.
disingenuous,
That's not. You don't know what gaslighting is.
Because man, she was there already. There was reasonable suspicion that she was impeding traffic. Like y'all got to stop gaslighting.
Stop and frisk is the same thing. You don't even know what gaslighting means because you're using it wrong.
Okay, you got to
Do you
stop
agree with stop and
gaslighting.
frisk?
You got to stop.
Do you agree with stop and frisk?
State and local
stop and frisk. You don't want to answer that question, right? Because you can either say yes or no, and you can explain why. But you don't want to answer it because you realize where you fucked up.
You're basically saying that they just pulled her over for no reason.
You got the floor, bro.
Hold on,
that's what you're saying.
Hold on, Lee. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
1 second. Okay, so Lee, do you believe in stop and frisk? You could just answer the question so we don't have to turn it into an argument.
Believe in stop and frisk?
Yes.
What, the right to just stop people for no reason? Is that what stop and frisk is? Because we gotta have a definition. I don't know what her definition is.
Hold on. I got y'all. Yeah, the cop determined by whatever in his mind he could stop you for whatever reason and check you.
Interesting.
Yep, I agree with stop and frisk.
Okay.
Wow.
I got you. Okay, so also Ponder, you want to answer the stop and frisk part?
No, well, that to be honest, Sean, that's out of scope because we're not discussing.
It's way out of scope.
We're not discussing state and local law enforcement. We are discussing, again, friendly reminder to everyone, an active federal operation. ICE under DHS, federal. They were in this particular area completing an operation. These women they involved themselves in this operation. That is premise number one. So bringing up stop and frisk, even using the word police officer, these are not police officers. These are federal ICE agents. So we had to go right back to what Emperor said because he was reading United States Code specific to this situation. Anyone bringing up police officers or stop and frisk, you're out of scope and you're not staying focused on the issue at hand, the matter at hand.
Okay, so let me respond to that. Let me respond. Hold on, Your Honor. Let me respond to that because I brought up stop and frisk and she's not very direct and I don't understand why she's not, but here it is. The reason why I brought it up is because the conversation that was being had was literally about the generality of can you not obey when an officer tells you to pull over or not pull over, but get out of your car. Can you not obey that if they have no clear reason and they're not offering you a reason? That was the goddamn conversation. So don't play
and it's out of scope for this conversation.
You should have said that when they were having the conversation, lady.
For this conversation.
Did not say that when they were having the conversation. So what I said was not out of scope of the conversation that was being had. You are out of scope of the conversation that's being had.
Regarding this matter, and
weirdo. I was not out of scope. I was on the conversation.
You don't even know what that means.
Girl, you don't know what it means, clearly.
Hold on.
You have to let this one roll.
Even if the conversation go out of scope for a second, it's okay as long as we could put it back into the conversation. It's okay.
Exactly. She new here. She don't know.
It's okay. And so it's all right for us to answer the question. If it sounds like it's off target, sometimes people have a reason why they are bringing it all together. So sometimes just give people the grace to allow it to go off topic so we can bring it back to topic and see if we can relate it. If it doesn't relate, then it don't relate. And it is okay because that's how we have discussions. It's all right.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I just wanted to ask you. I just wanted to ask you your opinion. You're the judge here. You're gonna give your final verdict. We got the jury and me. I think I'm just gonna put myself forward as one of the lawyers for mitigation. So my question is, check this out. It's very, very important. Okay. So was she, in your opinion, was she impeding? And when I say impeding or obstructing federal officers performing official duties, okay, because this is a federal crime right here, which prohibits, did she forcibly assault somebody? Yes or no? Did she forcibly assault them with the vehicle or anything? Forcibly assault, nothing?
It is not clear if she was impeding on federal work. If she was, what I would say, she was impeding on traffic.
All right. So that's the question. Did she forcibly assault anybody?
That's a great question.
Did she resist? Is the next question.
She definitely resists.
Okay. Was she opposing? Because that's another one here.
She was definitely opposing.
Was she impeding at this point?
She was impeding on traffic. I don't know if she's impeding on the investigation.
Okay. Was she intimidating? Was she intimidating? No. Verbal threats, anything like that? Was she intimidating?
No.
The wife was.
Okay. Was she interfering with the federal officers, including ICE agents, engaged in official duties?
No,
that's the main question. That's the main question.
That has not been substantiated.
Okay, so that's where we're at right there. So all those questions need to be answered so we can get a verdict.
Okay, great. Emperor, may I respond?
No, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Sharon, Your Honor.
Wait, hold on. Get it, Conscious.
It seems like we keep negating Americans' rights. And with pondering, she keeps saying that the federal government can do. I want the question is for her: do federal officers supersede Americans' rights? Ponder.
Yes, when you impede their operation, an active operation.
You saying that federal officers trump, in a sense, Americans?
She answered your question. Rights. She said, "Yeah, when you impede their operation." When you gotta that part. I'm just saying.
But she didn't, and like we haven't proved that she did that.
Yes, she did. We just watched it. Sharon, that's been your entire live today, sir. You've broken it down, Sharon. Well done. Frame by frame by frame.
I don't know why y'all think that helps when y'all just jump in and start talking. Let the person finish their thought. Conscious and her is having a conversation. Allow them to have the conversation. Everybody's getting their voices out. I don't want nobody thinking that they ain't getting their voices out. Everybody's getting a chance to talk. Okay, Conscious Moron been quiet for a very long time at that. So allow Conscious and Ponder to have a quick back and forth, please. Go ahead.
Conscious, yes, sir.
So you think Americans' rights aren't as important as federal officers trying to enforce laws? Is that what you're saying? That's kind of like a Gestapo state. When you're saying that a part of the government has more rights than the people, you realize you're saying that, right?
Conscious, you've been on this panel for hours now.
It's either yes or no. Do you
Conscious,
realize you're
on this panel? May I respond? Please, may I respond?
I asked a yes or no question, so you're not
responding. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Not at all.
Said, I said,
no, you did not. Okay, I'm going to respond.
Federal authorities supersedes American right or Trump American
I'm going to respond. Thank you. I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond. Conscious. We all saw the video. There was an active ICE operation occurring in that area. That vehicle absolutely was impeding traffic.
No.
I surrounded them, and then we all saw what ensued. To state yes or no, they impeded, they obstructed, according to everything we just read from Emperor.
You're wrong.
Yes. And what we just witnessed right now, the unaliving is a consequence of their actions. Their unaliving is a consequence of their actions.
I literally said there was an operation.
It's not human rights.
They went over there because ICE agents were stuck.
I yield.
I'd like to taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
So
damn,
Sharon, you really you savage.
That's crazy.
But I will say it felt amazing. Thank you, Big Daddy.
Wow. Whoa.
I accept that. Hey, that sounded awesome. Shout out to Black Mountain 24. See you, AI. Sheesh. He is on Ponder next.
He is on go. And they black on
go.
go.
With the $10. Key requirements for a lawful order include competent authority, specific mandate, constitutional or statutory limits, reasonableness. So now that's what we got to really have the conversation. Competent authority. Is ICE competent authority? Right? That would be the first question. So I believe we'll all say yes. Do they have a specific mandate? I believe we'll all say yes.
I don't think
are they constitutional? Yes.
All right.
And statutory limits is the only one that we can maybe possibly have an argument about.
I got some more for you.
They being clear on the order is what we're gonna have a problem.
I don't think they're competent authority.
No, but that doesn't. But no, these are the key requirements.
You go do the job then.
So we add. We don't have to add the extra stuff to it. So it's just.
No, you added that. I thought that was the first one you said.
All right.
Can we talk about subjective elements then? Because I think each of the elements will satisfy it.
What I'm about to say will help with that. So, okay, as a U.S. citizen or any person in the U.S., your rights when federal officer, law enforcement, okay, such as ICE, FBI, or other federal agents, orders you to exit a vehicle depending on the context of the stop, okay? But general rule is clear. If the stop is lawful, you are typically required to comply to the order to exit the vehicle for officer safety reasons. That is the main protocol. Now everybody can bubble up on that.
Big Daddy is crazy.
But she was already stopped, right?
Yeah, but
she was already talking shit.
Yeah, Emperor. But Pete though.
Wait, you're still on Big Daddy? That's crazy.
Hey, you call a man Big Daddy, he gonna stay on that for a while. Look, Emperor, Pete this though. Emperor is this. They were chilling there so long that the wife done got out the car and was popping hers.
Well, she was supposed to get out too, right? Because that's what they were gonna do, but homegirl never parked the car because she started the car. Wolfing.
She was in the so she was being a coward for real though, because she was supposed to really park the car and then do her protest outside of the car, which the wife was being smart to get out the car.
See, she should have turned that engine off.
They could have never shot her.
That's what she should have did.
Understand that.
Because
she could have never lied and said
when Duke came to the window. Hold on, let me please some case real quick. When Duke came to the window, she could have kept reversing and say, "Okay, let me park real quick and then I'll get out." She could have negotiated some terms to where her life wouldn't be in jeopardy. But
y'all still wouldn't have acknowledged
and getting all crazy.
Trying to use her white privilege. She thought she could just run away from the cops.
White privilege is dead, bro.
He wanted to shoot her, and that's why he shot her. So no matter what she did, he would have shot her.
You got it.
This ain't a black woman. You can't use that. He ain't want to shoot her.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna welcome our brand new guest. Welcome to the show. The real GOAT is here, and now.
Hey, what up, bro?
Anymore. What up,
bro?
So why you shading KT like that?
Damn.
Why you doing that?
Wait, KT is KT.
What up, Taz?
KT crazy as hell, man. KT said he ain't taking a ticket. He gonna go to jail.
Your Honor, can I ask you a question, Your Honor?
Me and KT are friends today because he's on my side. So we friends. Y'all better leave KT alone. Y'all better not mess with KT. Don't do that.
All I do know is this: she might be on KT's side today, but I'm Big Daddy.
Damn.
Hey, and you know this? Let them know, Jerron.
You better not have no man at home close, man.
What's up, GOAT? You there, GOAT? Let's check to do a microphone check, GOAT, because you're on mute. I'm not sure if you're ready to speak yet. All right, so while GOAT,
can you hear me? You hear me, bro?
We hear you well, GOAT. Go ahead.
All right, man. What's good?
You already know, man. You already know.
Hey, Tazar.
So I'm wondering, man. Like, so what we doing, man? Because listen, I said yesterday, I just don't understand why this is a thing where we not. This is a person backing up and driving off on the police. I don't understand the continuous conversation outside of that point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening.
Well, I mean, you have to understand, Taz, because this is not the only place these conversations are being had. I mean, we have protests going across America with thousands and thousands and thousands of people who see it like some of us on this panel do.
Right, but
Yeah,
them
'cause
white
a lot of people want to hate their country. People are weird here.
There we go. There we go. Now we getting deep.
Everybody don't
Yeah.
jump in. Hold on,
Like,
hold on,
y'all so weird.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We jumping in way too much. We ain't gonna be able to get to here people's sides. But let me just read this real quick, and we're gonna let go. Jumping with a start. A specific mandate in a lawful order is a clear, unambiguous directive from a competent authority that leaves no room for interpretation, detailing a specific action to be performed or prohibited. That is
because I guess it for me it's real simple. It's like if we not gonna tell our sons to do this, if we're not gonna tell our daughters to do this, why would we co-sign it? That's how simple it is for me.
Your Honor, can I ask you this question?
I personally, I am not. So let me. So
No,
there's a
but
few things.
Taz, they will tell their kids to do this.
Hold
You didn't hear
on,
what
wait a
KT
minute.
said?
I was
KT said he'd
talking.
rather go to jail than take the ticket.
Hold on, Lee. She was talking. She was in mid-sentence, Lee. Hold on.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't hear her. Sorry, I didn't
So
hear you.
there's a few things that I've been called while I was in the in the chat since this conversation started from yesterday or the day before, whenever it started. A liberal. I'm not a liberal at all in any way, shape, or form. Okay, I did not vote for Kamala, and I didn't vote for Trump either. Okay, let's just be clear. I didn't like either one of them. I do not see this as political at all in any way, shape, or form. For me, for a lot of people, it is. A lot of people on this panel, it is. For me, it's not. For me, it is the fact that from what I saw and seeing that video, what I saw, my perception of it is that he did not have to shoot that woman, that he wanted to shoot that woman, and that there was nothing that I saw that she did that deserved a death sentence. That's my perception of it.
Let me ask you a question. So at what point did he want to
You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there too to level up.
Facts, they do. Facts.
Sound like they're curious.
Where did that come from?
But no, question. At what point would you say he wanted to shoot her? Because I'm saying he didn't want to shoot her until she went in reverse.
Okay, but if she's going, that's the thing that I'm not understanding. So if someone wants to run someone over and they have the means to do so, they could do so. She could have put her pedal to the metal and knocked that man over, and he would have never ever been able to shoot her. She did not do that.
Here.
Okay, I can't talk. Forget it. Because if I can't talk without being interrupted, then forget it. It's like y'all can't hear.
I'm gonna try to do that right. Please, y'all, don't interrupt. We will whenever y'all have a thought, hold on to the thought so y'all can get y'all time to jump into the conversation without being interrupted. When we interrupt, it makes conversations difficult. Let people have their conversation or discussion real quick. They're not going to take long. Go ahead, Taz and Verb.
So what I was saying is that just with what you said, Taz, you said reverse. She reversed the vehicle. So if you're reversing, how's that I'm trying to run you over?
Okay, because now listen, I'm not in support of the claim of what her intent was. But what I'm asking you to understand is when she throw that bitch in drive, we don't know what her intent was when we're standing anywhere near the front of her. She can go left, she can go right, she can go straight. So at that point, you don't know what her intention is. And at that point, does it matter when you're the person in front of the car?
Well, I wouldn't say that it matters what her intent is, but hello, does somebody else want to answer this question or what?
No, absolutely not. Finish your discussion, baby. Yeah.
So I'm not saying what her intent is or isn't, but a lot of people on this panel have been saying that. And I know you've heard that, right? A lot of people have been saying that he didn't intend to kill her, to shoot and kill her. I'm saying that when you have admitted that she went in reverse, that's not showing intent to run somebody over if you're going in reverse. That's what I'm saying. And
right,
I saw, one more thing. When I saw the video, and I saw it many times, I saw it slowed down, I saw it backed up, all of that. I've seen the video. You guys didn't see her tires turned away from the officer? So that sounds like intent to turn away.
Yeah, and see, I agree. I think all of that happens, right? I think because I actually think now to see more of his video is more of just a fucked up set of circumstances. Because once he start walking that way, she's not even looking. You could actually pause it at a moment and see she's still looking at the police or the ICE officer grabbing her car door. So she doesn't see him flashing across the car. So by the time she backs up, he's right there. She's not even paying no attention. She has no idea he's walking past there. She does not even look straight ahead until she comes out of reverse, which now she's trying to yoke the wheel and get all the way around him. But again, that in front of the car don't know what you finna do.
Okay, but I think that, so for me, I'm thinking that people in certain power positions are supposed to have a level of rationality and logical thought because they are dealing with human life. And because he is the one who has the gun, the immediate means to take someone's life, he's got to be more rational. And if he cannot do that, and he's so terrified, because I heard a lot of people bringing up, well, he was dragged by a car before, he got hit by a car before. Well, then that means that if he cannot do his job properly and he's still going off of that trauma, that he should have a desk job and not be out where he can put other people's lives in danger because it's personal psychological trauma. That's an issue.
But see, here's where I would disagree, right? Because it's like there's a built-in argument that's going to come into play at some point. Because if we're basing this on protocol, the only way that protocol will play out is with their judgment. When their judgment is that the officer was in the right to shoot, you're going to change your argument from protocol, because they're going to tell you within protocol he had the reasonable, imminent thought that he was going to die with her throwing that car in park within 1 second of him shooting. So he will literally have that argument. Now, once we come out of this moment and it's adjudicated, however it comes out, the other part of that argument is going to come into play where it's, well, it's Trump, so he's covering for him and this and that. We're not even going to let it play out to where the final determination is the outcome. That's kind of the issue I have with it. It's not like there will be a judgment and people are going to accept that. It's really just going to be opinion.
Yeah, if they're not going to accept either way, whatever the judgment is, they're going to it's going to still be, everybody's still going to hold to whatever, perception of what happened and opinion on it that they have. Because I don't think there's anything that I can see that's going to change my mind on what it was I've already seen, unless they can show this. I don't know what else could come out that would make me change how I feel about this situation.
Okay, and so all right, so I'm glad that was a great back and forth of understanding. I really appreciate that back and forth. I know Lee, you was trying to get in there a couple of times. I believe I heard your voice a couple of times with this back and forth. Is that you wanted to address within the middle?
Yeah, if I could just, yeah, just real quick. I just want to say,
I'd like to see you.
Damn, it says, please send Lee back to Coonsville.
That's great.
Who did that?
I did not see that one. And that was good.
Hold on, y'all. Let me read a couple of the chats.
Cold world.
Hold on, I got you, Taz. Kulu live streaming with the father. So protesting means you hate your country is most retarded thing I ever heard. So I guess everyone at January 6th hates their country based on that logic. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a nice, strong argument. We got conversation with MJ with the 10 ball. Thank you so much for all that you do. Lawful bias. The order must relate to a legal duty or authority, such as enforcing a statute, regulation, or prior judgment.
Hey, Sharon, read that second word.
I don't know.
Read the second word, sir. You said bias.
I think you're setting me up. Oh, lawful bias.
Basis.
Oh, basis. I'm sorry. Hey, God damn it. Set me up. Just correct me next time.
You get those, Sharon.
Sharon, Your Honor.
Oh, we got two more.
Your Honor, Bracy. Go ahead.
Hold on. And somebody got some background noise. Unique, stunning with the 499. Sometimes people interrupt because they're excited. They're not trying to be disrespectful or rude. Don't take it so personal.
Sharon, I love how you read that in a certain tone, so I don't go off. I love it. You know me very well. You know me very well. Thank you very much, because the fire was coming all up in me. You know, I was about to go off.
What was conversations with MJ with the $10? Clear and specific language. The wording must leave no doubt about the required action, using specific verbs and objects. Release the records, hold a new trial, do not enter the premises. For example. Let me see that thing. Yeah, that's where we was at. Oh man,
I gotta drop down, man. Appreciate you for having.
I ain't gonna be teasing my reading, goddamn it. I know the ladies. I know we had a read off earlier, but shit. Hold on, y'all. Uda's trying to let us know
rainbow
gracefully. Go ahead, Uda.
Nah, gay. I'm good.
No, okay. You say you want to. I don't know. You said you had something to say. I don't know what you got.
I just said the reading rainbow. That's all I said.
No, 7 hours in though, you tend to just look at that shit and decide what the word is without actually reading it. I feel you, bro. I got you.
I definitely made a judgment quicker than I could read it for sure.
All right, sure. Can I?
Go ahead, yeah.
All right. So let's talk like real shit. We've all watched this video enough times that we don't really have to argue about it now. Question. So was she given an order? She given a very specific direction? Yes. Get out the vehicle. You can't misinterpret that any other way. There's no misinterpretation of that.
She wasn't given a lawful order.
Or the people who would.
Yeah, that's not a lawful
somebody's
order.
breaking up.
It's just
That's not a lawful order.
Hold on.
He's saying get out the
It
car.
was 1,000% a lawful order.
Yeah, this is
Gaslighter.
So I want to know this. So Uda, do you think after we have the exact definition of what a lawful order is, Uda, do you believe it was a lawful order? Get out the car.
I think it was a lot going on at the time, so I don't know if it was. He just said get out the car.
Right,
So,
and lawful order, it describes it as it's clear and misinterpreted for anything else. Is there anything else that you can misinterpret? Get out the car.
But if he's saying get out the car, then that's an order that he's telling you. That's
Right.
the order that he's saying. You know what I mean, why he's saying is something else. You know what I'm saying? But I know if I was probably there, I'd have been like, "What you mean get out the car?" I'd have probably said, "What you mean, bruh? Why, sir? What do you want me to get out my goddamn car for?" You know
What you wouldn't have done is study.
That's fine. But hold on, but that is fine that we can have extra questions after. But is
Right.
it still a clear
lawful order?
Lawful order.
It would be
No.
be an order.
Okay,
It would be an order.
Uda says yes. Bomb Cherry,
Who says-
why? Okay, Bomb Cherry says no. Why wouldn't it be a? Can you misinterpret get out the car for any other thing else?
No, I don't misinterpret getting out the car, but it's not a lawful order because he's not letting me know. He's not putting me on, letting me know that, hey, get out the car so we can arrest you or detain you or anything like that, right? So let's say I heard him say get out the car. And he's going to just talk.
If somebody calls me Big Daddy, is that a lawful order? Because I take that as gospel. God damn it! What you think?
Huh?
Shout out to Conversations with MJ with the big old fitting ball. She says military / police. I'm gonna make sure I read this properly. So I don't want nobody teasing my English. A lawful order must specify the act to be done or avoided, making it distinct from a general command. For instance, an order to extinguish your cigarette is specific, while vague command might not be lawful.
So the statement of get out of the vehicle
Get the fuck.
Can anybody on this panel say you don't understand what that means?
What'd you say, Taz? He didn't say get out the vehicle. He said
Chinese?
get the fuck out the vehicle.
Because
you got a gun pointed.
Like, why,
You on side, I'm on.
Okay, we're gonna do.
Yeah, let's cite it correctly. If he said get the fuck.
Okay, we can add the vulgar. Hold on, we can add the vulgar to it, but it doesn't change the fact that it was a very direct and specific order that you cannot misinterpret it. Taz, do you think the officer, with the ICE agent saying "get out the car" was a lawful command? According to
no doubt.
Specific.
We're not lawful yet. Hold on, we're not looking at lawful. We're just looking at direct.
Okay,
there's a difference.
We got you.
Right.
Josh, what you saying?
Josh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Oh, what I was saying is we're not looking at the lawfulness of it yet. We're looking at is it direct or not?
No, but
because MJ put it
there. No, but that's a part of the definition of a lawful command.
Right.
So,
that's a different element, though.
No, Josh, look at this, Josh. Before Taz answer, hold on,
y'all.
Before Taz answer,
let me just make it clear. It is about 3 different definitions of a lawful command, and I read them. So let's not try to act like we don't understand what lawful command means now, just because you are trying to separate law and lawful out of the conversation. Lawful command is very specific, is a term. It's not just you taking one word out and saying it's the law. And you can go, no. Lawful command means that it's very direct, specific. You cannot misunderstand it for anything else. That's what lawful command means. If you're trying to add it into anything else, that's where we might be having a problem. So now go, even though he used profanity, do you believe that it was a lawful command? That was a very direct command for her to get out the car, and can she misinterpret that anywhere else? The GOAT, the real GOAT.
Yes, bro, it's absolutely a lawful command. And I like, look, I know we're in a transition moment where we're having to learn to respect this president's personal police force. But I'm telling you, that's the motherfucking
Taz, that
police.
was stupid as fuck.
Yeah, okay, I dare you to debate me on it, but I'm telling you,
I would like to debate you on it.
That's not his private police force.
Not yet. I gotta ask you something, Sean.
I wasn't able to finish. I was able to
Hold on. We cannot say you wasn't able to finish when I literally asked Taz, and then we could keep moving. I'm gonna keep.
But I would.
We're gonna keep moving it down line so everybody get a chance.
Hey, remember when I was talking, you played that song. What are you talking about?
Cherry, you dominated this whole conversation the whole time. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, I don't need no help.
I see my time to bomb, fam. That's fam. Go ahead, man.
Everybody's gonna get a chance.
You can see your time because I was talking and he asked me a question, and then when he started to play that dance, and then when he came back, he forgot that though.
I didn't forget that.
Just finish your point. Just finish your point, Bum. I ain't got nothing major to say.
So because
this Negro gets to fucking talk the whole time, man. Everybody lets you talk, Bomb Cherry.
Far, you're gonna get in there as well. Just calm down. We all gonna get a chance to voice our opinion. We got y'all. Go ahead, Bomb.
Okay. I hear what you are focusing just on the point where was he clear in what he wanted her to do. You're forgetting the rest of the definition of a lawful order. It has to relate to a legitimate duty, mission, right? So he can't just say get out the car. He says get out the car. You are under arrest, or you are being detained, or even we want to talk to you.
The Bomb, her impeding traffic is an excuse for the officer to now to communicate with her.
Yes, but he didn't relate that to her. She can't.
Yeah, he didn't voice that.
He didn't voice it, and that's the point.
Based on something I just read.
Okay, so now we're passing it back around, right? So can it like let
me hop in. Hold on. I wanna hold on, y'all. I wanna have a real understanding. So, Bomb, if a cop sees somebody with a gun in his hand, what can he say and what he cannot say to that person?
What do you mean what he cannot say?
Okay, if the cop sees this person, and he say, hey, stay right there, don't move? Or do you guys say, hey, you have a gun in your hand, don't move?
No, he could say, "Don't move."
Okay, so so therefore that's what happened. So now we could take out the semantics of
No. You asked me, can he say something? But you didn't ask me, do that mean I don't have to move? Because I can legally have a gun.
Wow.
I can legally have a gun
question,
and walk up and say, what do you mean you want me to freeze? Right?
Okay,
you
so now my next question. So hold on, y'all. So now my next question. Do you believe that because you have the gun legally, that you get the chance to argue with the officer when he tells you to stop and don't move?
Yes, that's our right. Yes.
Okay, so
yes.
that is not.
Y'all gonna get niggas killed, man.
What the fuck is going on?
Cowards gonna die.
Calm down.
Cowards can't die. They gonna give up the gun. What are you talking about?
Calm down. No,
Judge Bracey.
You do not get the chance to argue with the cop just because you have a legal gun. And he's
not the argument. You have a conversation. Listen. You're using words. There's many videos where the
this is how black people get killed. This is literally how black people
tell them
get
to
killed.
stop, and they continue to walk and say, "What? Why you want me to stop?" Like,
okay,
and they not getting shot and killed.
No, Bomb,
if I may,
hold on, y'all, hold on, Bomb. I cannot get with what you're saying because now you're saying that the human being has
we have rights in this country. That's what
the right to comply, whether they choose to or not. You get to decide whether you're going to comply with an order, lawful or not.
There's that.
Yes, you do. The consequences may lay out differently based on what you choose to do, but you have a choice. I could be like, yo, your cop. I've known times cops can pull me over talking about some get out the car. I look them dead in the eye like, fuck you, no. Now what you want to do?
Exactly.
Right. So that's. I'm glad that you did that and you was able to be here to talk with us.
A lot of us done that.
I'm no coward, fam. I know my rights. That's the problem. I know my rights. I'm no coward. I'm not gonna let you come in here and start doing whatever you want just because you got a badge on your chest. What that mean to me?
That's fair that you say that, but what I'm saying is that majority of the time when we're talking about rights, that is held up in the court of law, not on the street, and that's what we are having a conversation.
Then write me the summons for court. That's what I tell them all the time. Or you got a problem with me? Write me the ticket and keep it pushing. You ain't got to talk to me about nothing. Write your infraction on a piece of paper, leave it there, and bounce.
Isn't that because you're not breaking the law? Isn't that why you're so bold?
Yes.
Even when I am, yes, because I'm not breaking the law. If I am breaking the law, I would
just
comply.
heard him say, even when I'm breaking the law. See, these Negroes be asking for trouble.
Okay,
what law? So what law was she breaking by operating her vehicle, trying to get out of their way?
Hold on, this is already a difficult conversation. Adding the peanut gallery is not getting clear thoughts out. Let the man speak. It doesn't matter if you disagree. Please, the mic is not going to get to you if you just keep interrupting. Right now, Black and Taz is having a quick back and forth. Let them have a quick back and forth. I will get it to y'all, please. Go ahead, Taz. Uda, I got you.
I don't understand what he's saying because, like, again, if you're not breaking the law and you're not doing nothing wrong, then yes, you should be very bold. But if you're blocking traffic and you have to be addressed by a law enforcement officer, now you are breaking the law. And yes, it's a minor traffic infraction, but if you take it up, it's going up.
Okay, then what they should have done was they should have handled the situation different. Man, please move your car. That wasn't a part of the conversation. No one even said that. If you again, when I'm in the military, when I was in the military, the first thing they teach you is de-escalate, de-escalate, de-escalate. Somehow these jackasses show up, and I want to know: are we holding federal officers to a higher standard or a lower standard?
Right, but just before you run off with it, though, right? Because it's a point of contention there. Because for me, at some point, she loses that point when she throws the car in reverse. I'm fine with you when you say, yep, they jumped out, they was out of pocket, they talked to her crazy, they grabbed the door handle, all of that. When does it become okay for her to throw the car in reverse?
The point that she fears for her life. At that point, she gets to do what she gets to run.
And see, that's what we disagree.
And then she didn't try to hit him because she went in reverse, right?
But how come?
Because resistance is a secondary infraction. What's the first infraction?
Let them finish.
Okay.
They almost finished.
Resistance. So resistance or fleeing is a secondary infraction. What was her first infraction?
Okay. So what? That's not the problem. The problem is now, because again, I'm not going there. I'm going forward with you. Now her attempt to flee has placed an officer in front of the car.
That officer placed himself in front of the car. Lack of situational awareness is not her fault. It's his fault.
However you want to place that, because again, I showed yesterday he was not in front of the car until she went in reverse. We can look at that right now.
And that's fair. Lack of situational awareness is not her fault. It is his fault. He's carrying the weapon, like Bomb Cherry said. He has the higher standard placed on him with the weapon in his hand and all of it, and the badge on his chest. Right. Your lack of situational awareness, he put everybody else in danger with that.
Slow down. So, and I'm telling you, there's a moment on his video where you can stop it, and she is looking directly at him driving forward.
Yes, right before she pulls off. But at that point, when you also look at her, she looks befuddled. She doesn't look like she's clear and concise in her movements. The only thing she looked up and seen was the car, and then she started spinning the wheel.
So in a fraction
that man standing there.
Just so we're clear, in that fraction of a second, do you see where he can look at this car and say, "This might hit me. She might run me over"? Can you see that moment in that situation?
No, I can't.
No, because you can't see his face. All you can see is her. All you can see is a reaction of him leaping out of the way and firing a gun.
To be clear, when she looks away from the officer, when she throws it in reverse, she doesn't look straight ahead and see him right there.
Not to my knowledge. And even if she was reversing, she's reversing. The car is backing up. The car is going away from him. So even if he was standing in front of the car, he's not. Again, I want to know why he's in front of the car. But beyond all of that, you're backing away. You're fleeing. So he's in no danger. But he's no danger.
Let me answer your question. She hit reverse and went to the right. The wheels are turned. She's going to the right, which is why I say she placed him in front of the car. She didn't just back straight up. She backed and the car turned, which is how he came into view. Would you like to watch the video?
Either way, it don't matter. Again, his lack of situational awareness he put himself in that situation.
By walking
around the car filming when he should have been standing either at the sides of the car and addressing the person in the car.
But he wasn't conducting an investigation with the car.
So then again, if he wasn't conducting an investigation, she wasn't being detained then, right?
That was the other two officers are running up to detain her. He has nothing to do with that.
She hadn't been.
Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off because now that his video was out, we know it. He doesn't have anything to do with it. The two officers that pull up to start the investigation, he's getting ready to get in his car. Then he turns and sees them pulling up and he walks over to go meet them. He's not part of their investigation.
No, that's not true. What you're saying.
That's absolutely true. Where am I wrong at?
So now he walked. So here's the thing.
Continues to go, and you claiming that he walked away.
He walked around the car.
He absolutely walked.
Here's the crazy part.
Yeah.
You're right. He walked to his car. He walked around the car once and walked back to his car. Then he walked out of his car again to walk back around the car in front of it. Why didn't he go back behind the car this time?
He didn't just walk in front of it. There's 5 different angles of it, fam.
He walked in front of the car twice. Twice he walked in front of that car.
Right. The first time he just walked around it and took the picture of the person bothering them.
Right.
So, which also shows he wasn't out to get her in any way, shape, or form. That doesn't help y'all argument at all because he calmly walked around the car, recorded her, recorded the stupid bitch that was in his ear, recorded her license plate, and calmly went back to his vehicle, saw his partners pulling up, and he went towards them.
So if he didn't think she did nothing wrong, why didn't he go back to his car?
Say it one more time.
If he got out of the car, walked around the car, and his partners saw him walk around the car and get back in his about to get back in his car, why are they now jumping out of the car playing tough Tony?
They're not there yet. Fam, have you put these 2 videos in sync of his video and the other video?
Yes.
It seems like you have. So if you have, then you know at the moment he's getting in his car, the other car is pulling up. He's starting to go get into his car. The other ICE officers are there. So he turns around and you can clearly see them on the video. So by the time they're walking up and put their hands on her door, he is walking over towards them and she is backing up and centers her car in front of them. How do you not see that?
So again, back to my same statement. So either he don't got no situational awareness or his partners don't got no situational awareness. They driving up and they didn't see him walk around the car and get back in his car. But somehow, like magic, he gets to get back out of his car when they pull up and walk in front of her car now.
Okay. So, all right. So I think people want to jump in.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Let me read a couple. Hold on.
Oh, go ahead. I apologize.
Yes, I got y'all. I know everybody want to get on this part of the conversation, and we're gonna try to settle so everybody can get their voice out. Conversation with MJ with the $10. Thank you so much. A police command is an order that carries law enforcement authority and demands compliance. It demands it. Failure to obey a lawful police command may result in legal consequences, such as arrest or prosecution. Kulu live streaming with the $5. If federal enforcement says drop them drawers and space your cakes,
drop them drawers.
AFR Imperial Shadow would follow orders based on their logic.
And don't cry,
And
don't
that's
cry to the
fact.
black community when you
They
get
will be
killed.
like,
Don't cry to the
how
black
far
community
you want me
when
to
you get
spread them,
killed by a white
officer?
police
I'd like to be a lituation. Hey, hey, hey.
One more. Conversation with MJ with the $20 says, and is the sponsor of the show, by the way, a police request is a non-binding appeal for cooperation. That is very strong language right there, right? It is non-binding appeal for cooperation. A police request may be made when an officer is seeking information or assistance from an individual, but the individual is not required by law to comply.
There you go.
Okay, so because I can't stand ad hominems and stupid people, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna attack Hulu while also killing this dumbass shit right now. Legally speaking, right now, let's ignore. I'm tired of us ignoring simple ass facts. ICE was in that area to conduct lawful business. Period. I don't care how people argue about it or not. When he went around her, he did not address them at all. He was being addressed by them. Literally, there's a federal statute that every single federal agency can charge you. It's 18 USC 1505. I dropped it in the back chat. It says this applies when someone tries to interfere with an investigation by a federal agency. Are we clear?
Back you up. Yes.
Okay, the law, like Section 1503, it prohibits corruptly endeavoring to influence, obstruct, or impede the proceeding. So, if ICE was moving down the street, and she decides to put her cart between ICE and their whatever destination, or if they use their whistles or whatever the hell we want to say they're doing, I don't even care at this point. They were attempting to obstruct. So legally speaking, if any other federal agency, ICE and Homeland Security, same department, says so, they lawfully would have to comply. And in order to attack that dumbass thing Kulu said, if an officer tells you to drop your pants, legally speaking, they do not have the right to do it unless they are searching for you. Unless they're searching for something and you are already detained. So if we're gonna have dumbass conversations and dumbass comebacks, let's at least make them make sense.
All right, let me back you up real quick. Hold on.
Hold on, because I don't want it to be that it's just one-sided, right? So because I know Emperor, you wanna piggyback and keep on building what the case is. So
you guys can refute it.
I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back to you. I got you. I'm gonna bring it back to you. Let Verb jump in there because I know she's most likely have a opposition to this, what Shadow just said. So we're gonna go Verb, the Emperor, Uda, Black. So this way it could be. I got you.
Read the money real quick
as well. Go ahead, Verb.
Oh, wait, what I have to say right now is just really, I mean, it's short because for me, all of this stuff and she didn't comply and it was lawful and she didn't get out. And none of that makes any, I don't care about none of that. So it means nothing to me. I want y'all to connect for me why her non-compliance means a death sentence. Literally, we just saw, and I know I watched yesterday, so I know what side NJ is on, but in that last super chat, it said it is the consequences are arrest and prosecution. That lady did not get a chance for any arrest and prosecution. That man decided that it was a death sentence for her. That is my issue and my problem. Whether it was a lawful order or not, doesn't matter to me. That's where I'm coming from. I don't believe she deserved to die. There were so many things that he could have done. I have watched many videos where officers tell somebody to get out their car. They don't get out of their car. They try to coax them out. That doesn't happen. And you know what they do? They break the window and they drag them up out that motherfucker. So I'm just not understanding why he had to shoot this woman in her head 3 times because she was blocking traffic. That's stupid.
Okay.
No, you're stupid.
Okay, hold on. It was so it's gonna be the Emperor, then Uda. So I just want to pass the mic around so everybody can get their thought out. Go ahead, Emperor, then Uda. I got you AFR and I got you Bomb Cherry. I got y'all. I promise I got y'all.
I'm just gonna drop this little statement right here. You can time me 3 minutes or 2 minutes, whatever. All right. So this part's very important, and this is for the case, Your Honor. If the stop, okay, is for a federal matter, example, suspect, okay, immigrant violation, obstruction, or other crime, okay, if the stop is that right there, this is the most important part. Or if it's a valid traffic stop involving federal jurisdiction, which is that's what it is, the Mims-Wilson rules apply. So if y'all go there, y'all go there. So I just want to let everybody know, lawfully detained, once they say get out, because you were free to go until that moment. All right. Now this is the practical advice for U.S. citizens in a traffic stop. This is what they say in the little book. All right. Comply with the order to exit. That's the first thing. Comply with the order to exit. All right. So did she do that is the main question. No, she did not. All right. If the stop appears lawful, okay, do not slow, keep hands visible, and avoid sudden movements for safety. Boom. Did she do that? No. This is where we're going. Okay. You can ask politely, am I free to go? Why was I stopped? To clarify, that means you have to have the car in park. You cannot be moving that vehicle. It's too late. She's cooked. All right. Okay. You do not have to answer questions about immigrant status, citizenship, stuff like that. Simply, I wish to remain silent and invoke my right to remain silent. Cool. Refuse to consent to searches. You can do that. All right. It says, I do not consent to any searches of me, my vehicle, or my belongings. Federal agents generally need probable cause consent. So they didn't have to search her. All right. And here's the big kicker. If you believe the stop was unlawful, do not resist physically. What did she do? She resisted physically. Comply first, then document the details, officers' names, badges, times, locations, witnesses, and challenge it later with a lawyer, complaint, or court. Okay? That is what she is supposed to do.
She did not resist.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right,
now,
so-
Shadow,
Okay,
if you wanted to
not changing
respond to
nobody,
that,
we don't care.
I got it.
Your Honor. Your Honor.
Hold on. Go ahead, Uda. It was Uda's turn, and then I believe is Uda, Black, and AFR. Let's go.
Yeah. What I was looking up some stuff too as well. Nah, you already know what I'll be thinking about this whole situation.
Yeah.
What I feel about this is
She's
that
clear.
as far as this, they say yes. I'm talking about what Feds is doing because we're talking a lot about the Feds, even when we're talking about local law. They said under U.S. law and even including federal agents, they say that even if a lawful order to get someone out of a vehicle, if one of these, they said they have a reasonable suspicion that you're involved in a crime. We know that. They said they have probable cause to arrest you. They said they are conducting a lawful stop, a traffic stop, or an investigatory stop, or they have reason to believe that it's needed for officer safety. And they said that the courts have ruled that officers don't need to explain a reason first, so they don't need to legally say, yo, you're detained or nothing like that. They really don't have to say that. This is what this is saying, what the courts are saying.
No, that's not
Right.
true what you're saying.
Okay, perfect.
You just read, you just read something and then
we got Black, and then we got AFR. Let's go.
Quick question for Uda. Is that you said federal, right?
Yeah, but that's what I searched up. I searched up federal.
Long story short, fam. at the end of the day, do we hold federal officers to a higher standard or a lower standard?
The same
Are they
standard.
supposed to? What same standard then?
The human
Are
standard.
they supposed to? Okay, so if we're holding it to the human standard, which I think is not the case, right? I don't think that's the case at all, because when I was in the military, they didn't hold me to any regular standard. I had a standard.
Everybody's life is valuable. Don't shoot unless they shoot first.
Hey, can I finish my thought?
Go ahead. Right.
Everybody has to meet a standard. If you're the federal government, I am going to hold you to the highest standard, not the civilians, not the local PD, not the sheriff's department, not the post office. I'm going to hold the federal government to the highest standard. You would deputize all of these officers. They don't even have badges. They don't have names. They got numbers and identifiers on their uniform. These people are not real people, as far as I'm concerned. That's not how that's not how it's supposed to operate anywhere in the world. As far as I'm concerned, this is Al Qaeda in the United States of America.
I will cook with this one. I'll cook with this one.
Because
Are you done? Are you done? You gotta hurry the hell up.
I don't want to pass AFR. He's been very patient and impatient at the same time. Go ahead, AFR.
Man, I gotta start writing down all this dumb stuff people be saying. Hey, Black, listen, there's a lot of former veterans that are pretty much Marxists and commies out in the open, and they hate their country. So you're not really a new thing.
I hate America because I'm holding it to a higher standard. I hate I hate America because I'm holding it to a higher standard.
Are you done? Are you done?
Taking notes. Taking notes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm taking notes.
Okay,
nah,
cool.
fuck
Stop
you.
talking. Okay, stop
All right,
talking.
make me, nigga.
So,
make me.
bow.
Make me, fam.
Okay, so
Sharon,
now,
you
like
better tell this motherfucker who I am. Don't know what I'm
shut up.
about. You can pull up and make me shut up, nigga, or you can shut the fuck up.
I'm not
Real talk, may I go?
Real talk.
Hold on.
You ain't got to get fresh from me, nigga. You can just pull up.
Hold on. Okay, so hey, look, I was
listen.
AFR, he's more than willing to meet you at any boxing
Listen,
gym.
I'm not meeting up with Pookie. I got too much stuff going on in my life. I'm not meeting up with Pookie. I'm not meeting up.
Of course, I know you're not meeting up.
I'm not. Yes, because I have stuff going on in my life. Okay, so I got snowboarding. I have snowboarding. I have school.
AFR, can you please just
get it, bro? Get it.
Do your statement without doing any insults, please. Go ahead. AFR.
So hold on. So when Kulu's giving you donations with my name on it and stuff like that, it's cool, right? Okay, stop, Ron. Anyway, so my biggest thing is that everybody wants to be some type of victim of federal overreach. It's so freaking funny, man. Literally everybody said 1,000 times she was out there interfering with what is supposed to be going on, legitimate government function. So all this, we don't have to comply to this and we don't got to do this and blah 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 blah. Y'all are literally in the service of people that should not be in this country, bro. Like, you're literally bitching and moaning over a white woman that literally got killed over a demographic of people that shouldn't even be legally in this country. Okay, she was literally out there putting yourself and other people in dangerous situations, even though people think it's not a crime or a traffic infraction doesn't matter. If the local police department was doing their job, they would have been there first, making sure she wasn't doing what the hell she was doing in the middle of that public thoroughfare. But since we have people like you, Bomb Cherry, and all that think, cooperating with law enforcement is kind of like I can do it when I want or feel like or whatever, not what the actual law says. It's just like just how I feel at the moment. And then when there's a bad outcome, then y'all want to make this whole treatise about tyranny and people going after people of color and all this other stuff. It's just that y'all are the cohort of people that don't want to follow the rules of society. And when there's a bad outcome, you get to retroactively come back and say you're an oppressed person. People are done with it. That's why half the time when people get killed in these police interactions, a whole bunch of black people, and I'm gonna land the plane soon, a whole bunch of black people like myself ain't gonna jump up and start burning stuff and calling people racist and all that, because y'all say here right now, y'all get to pick and choose when y'all get to comply with the legitimate law enforcement function. So that's why people more and more every day don't care about this stuff, because y'all literally say we're not going to do what's right. And I'll land the plane. Oh yeah, last thing, Kulu, you are the biggest bitch out there.
Ooh,
Get out the
yeah.
country. Get out the hold on. Get out the country
Damn.
or
You
stop
got
complaining, bro.
revoked.
Because
You got
no.
deported.
Because no. I'm tired of people. Hold on. I'm tired of people telling me just because I have common sense and I actually don't want to break the law that I'm some type of bootlicker and I just like and I just love racist people and I'll do what racist people say. No. It's because I'm not mentally a mental midget and stupid, and I'm not gonna put myself in situations that could get me hurt. And I land a plane.
Okay. Let me read it. Hold on. Thank you. Conversation with MJ with the 10 bar. All right, I'm done. LOL. Got a show to do. Make sure everybody that knows where her channel is, drop the link for the beautiful conversation with MJ. We got 213 people watching. Make sure we all send them to the right spot. Conversation with MJ with the 10 eyes. All right, I'm done. LOL. I got a show to do. For a while, a police command and a police request are dramatically different in terms of legal weight. The distinction on the ground may not always be clear cut.
There you go.
Kulu Live streaming with the $10. I can tell that if boys like Shadow, the Emperor, and America First Rifleman existed back before America was founded, they would still be living under the king. Take me to the king.
Okay, this is where we're going.
I'm not done. Hold on. They would call our founders who went against the kings law traitors.
Isn't it ironic that he said this about literally the criminal on the panel?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing these black men didn't have any say.
Well, it's funny because he hates the founding fathers because they're white.
Is it my turn, Sharon? I think wasn't I next? Because
okay, so we're gonna go Bon Cherry then Omni. We're gonna Bon Cherry Omni go. We're gonna go Bon Cherry Omni Goat. Okay, Bon Cherry Omni Goat Shadow.
Okay, good. Because I'm listening, right? I'm listening and about. Now I'm gonna ask a question, but I don't want you to answer it now. When it's your turn, you can answer it. Is a traffic infraction a crime? I'm gonna give you a hint. It's not. Right? It's not. I just want you to know it. So even if she was committing a traffic violation, that is not a crime, right? You get out of that by paying money. But let's go back. Uda said something. When he was reading, he was right. But when he added that little tad bit at the end, that's what he added. So he said that police don't have to explain what your crime is. And that is correct. But they do have to, like, when you get stopped, let's say a traffic violation, and he walks up to you, he asks you, did you know you were speeding? He's basically telling you what he stopped you for, because that's what they have to do. They can't just stop you and then tell you to sit there while they go in their car. They walk up and they let you know, I clocked you speeding, or you was going too slow, or you was changing lanes incorrectly. So what I am saying is that y'all don't know the law. And then y'all seem to be against y'all own rights, which I'm okay with. Do your thing, right? We're not telling you what to do, but we have rights in this country. So they can't just, anybody can't just walk up. First of all, did y'all know these people are walking around with masks on, in cars unmarked? They don't have badges. They have guns. There are people ended up missing by listening to these people who think they're ICE, but they may not be ICE. So I'm just saying, like, what y'all are saying is more dangerous than what those of us who love this country. We love this country. We love the Constitution. We love that we have rights. And I'm going to land it there and let y'all, it is. And anybody who wants to debate me, right, on the facts of rights, the Constitution, then let me know, because I think it'll be fun. But I'm going to eat you alive, though. Go ahead.
Well said, Bob.
Shout out to
Great job.
Shout out to the facts of rights. The facts of right. You can take the good, take the bad. That's the facts of rights. The facts of rights. Hold on. We also got Phil James with the 499. It's a felony to impede federal officers, not a traffic violation. Go ahead. Omni, etc.
So I'm so glad that exact super chat popped up right when it was my turn, because the gaslighting has got to stop. When we say, did she deserve to lose her life because she was obstructing traffic? As though the situation didn't escalate and progress past that point throughout the entirety of all of the videos. So the initial point was her obstructing traffic. Then it proceeded to her disobeying several lawful orders. Then it proceeded to attempted vehicular